hopefully that'll be.
Oh, a few people probably come on later anyhow.
Yeah. I
don't know how many.
Yeah.
Yeah, Stacey's in there in the chat, so
No, well, like I said, last year I bought a house, which was my great
fourth,
granddad
fifth generation. Wow.
lived in. We hadn't lived in it since the turn of the century, but I saw it. I was looking up our history and saw it for sale, and I said I'd buy it. My sisters and all like that. So
wow.
Yeah, it was like a farmhand's house. So they didn't own it then.
Yep.
They were just part of the farm, the whoever owned the lands, lodgers. So I don't know. Can we? I haven't got Facebook. Does it tell us how many people? Let me open up YouTube and see who's come in. Because I can see Stacey.
See, it's midnight over your part of the world, isn't it, Bill?
Yeah. So hopefully that's good enough for. So guys on your side of the world, it's not. What time's there?
My time, 9 o'clock. Yeah.
So I had a bit of then. What time?
Yeah, I think 6 p.m. his time. Yep, that's about right. Yep.
So hopefully that's guys in America. It's good enough time for them.
Yeah, yeah.
And those
Philippines be 7. Yeah, Philippines be 7 o'clock in the morning. They're 2 hours behind us. So
Van's probably still asleep then.
Oh, you probably got few watching. They just don't want to go up and comment, Bill.
Yeah. I don't know who else wants to come in, or they can join in once we get going, sort of thing. There's Dave. Yeah, that. Yeah, drink. Yeah.
Yeah.
Still sobering up for the last lot. So I don't know. It's pity you can't see who's watching, isn't it? That would be. We got 7. So
no, one of them be Jeff. That's good enough.
So do we want to start with the video first?
Yep. Well, no. I'll do a what I'll do an introduction.
Yeah.
And then just to refresh people's mind and how Jeff and I cross paths, and then I'm just going to continue through.
Yeah.
So I think it's important that I need to explain to people how Jeff and I sort of cross paths and get that cleared up.
Yeah.
Apart from meeting Ophelia, that's her brother-in-law, it's Jeff. Now, and with that, I've only met Jeff twice in my life, and it's fair to say it's twice too many. It's Jeff got his own YouTube channel, as we know, A Foreigner Telling the Truth in the Philippines. And I was watching some videos on that. And when he started using the family in the Philippines, their names, to take out, I did say Boss Hogg, but Brian Smith, to take him out, then I showed Ophelia that particular clip, and both her and I said he's overstepped the mark. So what I did, I made a comment on his YouTube channel, and it was quite a diplomatic comment. And I just said along the lines, Jeff, stop using family as a vendetta against Brian Smith. Now, he read it, and then he had a go at me about it, but he thought I was fake, that the Tony Purdon profile was cloned, or I was just using a fake ID just to stir him up. And I commented again and said, I can assure you that I am not fake. This is the real Tony Purdon talking to you now. 1:30 on that morning, I was up watching a movie. Ophelia received a text message, a rather rude one, from Jeff on her mobile phone, and said, if that's the Tony Purdon, your partner, making comment on the page, all hell is going to break loose. So she came out, showed me, I explained to her what's happened, and she said, well, let's ring him. And you verified to him that you're not fake, that you, as Tony Purdon, made a comment on his channel. So you got that audio clip there, Bill.
Yeah.
Let's play that. Yeah, let's play that, and just to listen the way Jeff spoke to me. Just remember, I explained to Jeff, I am not a fake ID. I'm not fake Tony Purdon. I'm not fake. I'm the real deal. So whenever you're ready, Bill.
Then up.
Hello. Jeff, this is Tony Purdon. I'm on the speakerphone. I've got OP sitting next to me. Now, I am not a fake wanker cunt. I am not a fake ID on YouTube. So, Jeff, all we're saying, and OP knows the messages I've said on YouTube, that is, do not use family members.
Shut the fuck up, you fat cunt!
Okay. There you go.
So that's what's happened there. Jeff was caught out. He was very embarrassed, and he didn't think I would have the balls to stand up to him, and he got caught out. That's why he was quite aggressive and abusive towards me.
I remember that when you were commenting, is that that knows him? And, I wish I at the time had shot his responses, because he real. He was telling his supporters it was fake. But yeah, it's proof, isn't it?
Yep. So anyhow, Jeff continued to harass and bully and all that sort of thing. So what happened there, Jeff, I received a solicitor letter that was engaged by Jeff and Elaine. I received it on the 7th of November last year. This letter, solicitor letter, is when I was on the live stream. Gary Martin live stream said, did a foreigner GD me incriminate himself as an abuser of his Filipina ex-wife, Mrs. Mead? And on this letter, it stated that I've been uploading photos to YouTube. Need to clarify that point. I've never ever uploaded a video on YouTube. in my life. Then it continues on that Mrs. Mead feels her privacy has been invaded and you're defaming her and her partner in the public domain accessible across an online platform. Then it goes on.
Sorry, a minute. You're on that letter now, aren't you?
Sorry?
Are you reading the letter?
Yeah.
Right.
Hey, Bill, your microphone's playing up shocking.
Any better?
No, not really.
Is it quiet
Yeah,
or
No, it's not quite. It's like a feedback sound behind it when you talk, and sometime every second word coming in.
okay?
Yeah.
Let me you carry on talking, Tony. I'll see if I can find my headset.
Yeah, hang on. That's good now. What you just said then.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Now
So,
this.
you're reading from the letter now, then, yes?
Yeah. I'm just reading it from now. I've got it in front of me, and I've just highlighted some sections. It's interesting that can I say this? This is interesting. It said I'm uploading videos on YouTube containing personal detail of our client former wife. And I read that and I'm thinking, former wife. Yeah, okay. It must be divorced. So she believes her privacy has been invaded. That's Elaine. Then they asked me to stop breaching this by breaching her privacy and sharing her private details online. So when I read that letter, it was full of emotions. It didn't contain any substance. It didn't contain any examples of the privacy that was breached. It's not like I hand out the bank account details or Medicare number or whatever. And Opie and I looked at that and we said, right, that's a solicitor. What we did, we engaged the services of a lawyer. And the reason why Opie and I did that is because we're not going to be pushed and shoved around by Jeff or Elaine. They're not going to dictate to us what I can and can't do or what Opie can and can't do. They don't run our household. And here we are, Elaine is whining about her privacy being breached. Her head is buried in the sand. What's Jeff been doing the last 3 or 4 years with various other people? Honestly, it's criminal. So my lawyer response is just one paragraph mainly. It said, you have not identified any legal basis for the alleged privacy. Similarly, you have not identified any factual basis for the alleged invasion of privacy. As things stands, there does not appear to have been any actionable breach by a client of any law relating to privacy. That actually confirms my thoughts.
Yeah.
So, anyhow, we've had no response from that. However, I'm going to share information here. This page here. Jeff phoned my lawyer on 2 separate occasions. Phone. After they received the letter from my lawyer, his solicitor. Jeff phoned the lawyer and said this, and this is going to blow you out the water. Jeffrey states that Tony is mentally ill and a hypocritical liar. If I read Jeffrey David Mead is mentally ill and a hypocritical liar, I would say that is 100% true and correct.
Projecting. That's what I would say.
Yep. Jeffrey claims Tony has bipolar and he's on medication and that he threatens people with killing himself. Wow. Then it continues on. Jeffrey also claims that Tony has been telling people that Jeffrey's actions caused his partner to have a heart attack, in which Jeff claims is untrue. Jeff, I know you're watching this. Mate, to be brutally honest with you, you're not that fucking important to have a heart attack over. The heart attack was caused by other things, but certainly not over you, mate. And I never said that Ophelia heart attack was caused by you, Jeff. No, never said a word about that. So, Jeff, what I've done, I've given my lawyer a consent to access my full medical records, because when you get full access of the medical records and the doctor's letter, and I've spoken to my doctor about this, and I've been the same doctor for 30 years, I asked him, is there any record in there I've got bipolar? He said, what the hell are you talking about? And he said, well, there's an allegation being made that I've got bipolar. He said, so the person made the allegation, that person a qualified doctor? I said, no, he's just a welfare bum. He said, you don't have it. And that's true. And, you know, the doctor just laughed. He said, there's no way in the world you got bipolar. So, Jeff, you made a bit of a mistake here by ringing up the lawyer, because you just dug yourself in the hole deeper by making more falsehood allegations.
Tony,
And
go ahead,
Yep.
Tony, go ahead. I'll ask the question. I got a question, but go ahead.
Yeah, it's really amazing that Jeff rang the lawyer direct, made these allegations to a lawyer. All the lawyer's done, he's noted what he said. I've got a transcript of what's been said. He phoned my lawyer on the 18th December at 1:34 p.m. The caller is Jeffrey Mead, and the number that called from, that which is home phone. You're all right, Stacey, go ahead.
Okay, Tony, I want to make sure I heard you correctly. That letter that you just read a while ago, did you say Elaine, Jeff's former wife? Former means ex, right? Does that what that means? Is that my correction? Here in America, we call them ex-wives. Ex-wives. Let's just say if I was married and me and my wife got a divorce, she's my ex-wife. So is former meaning the same thing as an ex-wife? Means they're no longer married on that letter? I'm trying to get that to my...
Yeah. Hannah, I'll reread it out. It said,
okay.
We are instructed that you have been uploading videos to YouTube which contain personal detail of our client's former wife, Elaine Mead.
Okay. So
it's in Australia we call it ex-wife or ex-husband, ex-partner. So maybe former wife. Yeah, but maybe that's a legal jargon.
Yeah, maybe.
Term. Yeah, so that blew me and Opie out of the waters when we read that, and we went, wow. But I think there's a bit of story behind that, and I'll go.
Yeah, I want.
Later on the live stream, I'll have I'll talk about what I believe why they're not married. Okay, so anyhow, Now, Bill, could you throw up the next screenshot of Ophelia House? Please. I should say please. Hi.
Where they're all the family
Dancing.
together.
Yep.
That one.
Hold on, Bill. That's it. Thanks, Bill. Okay, guys, and people looking at this. That's inside Ophelia House in the Philippines in an area called Cordova. And quite a few occasions, Jeff has challenged that it's not Ophi's house. I've got documents here to prove otherwise. He did say somewhere along the line that Elaine never signed a settlement of estate. She has, and I got the date and I got the signature. I can see the whole lot. So this is what I'm putting up here.
Let me.
It's called. Yeah. There.
Yeah, Bill, can you blow that up, please?
No, I don't want to pull up too much because yeah, I don't want to pull up too much.
Okay, Tony, that's fine.
Yeah.
Understand.
You're right. It's called settlement of estate, and it's like a will. That's what it is.
Well, but Tony, let me ask you this now. Go ahead, Tony. I want to ask you another question, but go ahead.
Yep. You ask me the question, and I'll continue.
Okay. Let me see how I want to ask you this now. Okay. The girl I talked to, of course, we know she's single. But isn't that going to be, all right, if Ophi gets the house, is that going to be to like the single daughter thing? I don't know how I want to ask this question. Seemed like I read or was seen on the video that the oldest daughter or the youngest daughter of the family, or maybe the youngest child. Okay, let me say it like this. Her dad passed away last year. Her mom passed away, I think, the same year my dad passed away. So I don't know who would get the house, their house.
Yeah, okay. Originally, the house was going to go to the son. But because the daughter-in-law didn't respect the parents, they decided to give it the parents, Ophelia parents, to Ophelia. So it's a bit of a family. I suppose all family have tensions and don't get along and all that sort of thing. So originally it was going to go to the son, but they didn't trust the daughter-in-law. Apparently she was a bitch. That's what Ophelia explained to me. Yeah. So therefore, it went to Ophelia. Now her brother's dead, and the daughter-in-law now they're both dead anyhow. They're dead. So the will was made to Ophelia to have the house in the Philippines, and Ophelia has spent a lot of money on that house too, by the way, out of her own money. But Jeff saying that Elaine couldn't recall whether she signed any documents. Well, she has, because I'm just looking at her signature right now. It's got Eleanor Mead, and she signed it. Jeff, get your pen and your paper out, mate, or your notepad, because you're going to need this. Well, Jeff goes on about the notepad and all that. So, Jeff, write this date down, mate. The 16th of the 7th, 2009. It's all there. And then I've got a tax declaration of the real property document there, which says The owner, Ophelia Leadbeater at Cordova, Cebu. And it's got the land valuation, got everything. Now I'll give you, yes, I know Bill done a sketch plan for Jeff a while ago, but I'll just give you an idea what a sketch plan looks like. And I've just got to go more settings, camera. I'm going to face it the other way. Okay, guys, I don't see this there. They call that a subdivision sketch special plan. It's got the lot number, all that details. And I'm going to swing the camera here. See there, got the lot number, Ophelia Baggio Leadbeater. It's in her name, and the area of that land is 149 square meters. So, I'll get out of there. So Jeff, your argument that Ophelia doesn't own the land, the Philippine, it is null and void.
Well, Tony,
Now,
let me ask you a quick question right quick. You know, when Jeff went, wait a minute, no, whoever took that picture off Jeff's Facebook, the house is blocked off. Why is that house blocked off? It's got to be blocked off for a reason, right? I don't know if that's Ophelia's house or whose house it is there in the Philippines. It might be Ophelia's. But why is it blocked off?
No, it wouldn't be Ophelia's, no.
Okay.
No.
I mean, I'm not sure which house it is. Might be different house there in the Philippines, but there's a house But what I don't understand, you know, why, if Jeff has got a house there in the Philippines, why did he spend money for motels and hotels, which is stupid, when you got a house there already paid for? Doesn't make sense to me.
Unless he's got it rented out and make an income.
Well, that could be possible.
Yeah. Anyhow, so let's continue. Bill, you can put that screen back up. That Bohol house. No, stop. Don't do that yet, Bill. Let me continue, then I'm going to get that video up, the picture up. Okay. What I want to talk about, you know how Jeff talks about the land in Bohol, and correct me if I'm wrong, guys. You guys probably know more than I do. It earns about $8 million a year in rice. Is it? Yeah, but hang on. That's what he's saying, isn't he? Yeah. Okay. So let me just explain that land arrangement. That land arrangement does not cover any formal agreement. Elaine went to her mum and asked her about that land, and she wanted that land. So Mum and Elaine had a verbal agreement only for her to have that land. Now, because nothing's been documented and it's put in writing with the attorney and all that, that land now can be contested by any family member at any time. So, Jeff, you're talking about you're giving away land. Shame on you, Jeff, because it's not your land. So, Jeff, you want to have a chat with Elaine and get that corrected, because I'll tell you now, like I've just done now with Ophelia House, you won't be able to produce any documentations. The only thing Elaine will be doing is paying the land tax every year. That's it. It was a verbal agreement. So any family members can contest that land. Please don't accuse me of being the ringleader and try and gee up the family and say, let's do that. It's none of my business. That's between Ophelia and her sisters to sort that out, not my problem. But I just want people to be aware that Jeff saying he's making, if he was making 8 million peso a year, then the family member will have a right to say, where's our cut? Where's our income? So
that's a lie, Tony.
Yes, we know that land is not producing 1 cent.
No, well, Tony, now that I can't argue, but let me tell you something. I've been working on a farm for 30 years. We plant rice. Arkansas is the rice capital of the world. All right. Oh,
yep.
Wait a minute. Dang it. Excuse me. Hold on here. Can y'all hear me okay?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. My phone is acting crazy here. All right. 2.5 hectares is 6 acres. All right. At 200 bushel to the acre, at 6 acres, that's 1,200 bushel times $7 a bushel. That's 1,200 bushel.
Yep,
so $7.
Right. Yeah.
Okay, I'm sorry. My math is wrong. 6 acres is 1,200 bushel. Most Filipinos ain't gonna get that. Okay, so 1,200 bushel times 7. That's 7,200, 7,000. That's US dollars. So I don't know. I don't remember what that'd be in pesos. But 8 million pesos is 100,000 US dollars. They plant rice twice a year. Anybody, if that farm makes 8 million peso times 2, that's almost $300,000 US dollars per year. Anybody would be a fool not to farm that. But that's a lie, Tony. Trust me. I know what I'm talking about. I've been doing this for 30 years. So that's a lie. Until Jeff can prove me documents, that's a lie. He can't. Because it's a lie.
Yeah, mate, you're very experienced in what you do, and I trust you 100% what you're saying, your facts and figures there. We're only just listening the information from a welfare bum, just you know what he's doing as usual, big noting himself. So with that alone, I wouldn't take any notice of his, that he's a millionaire and he's worth 500 million peso and all that. I mean, it's all bullshit. We all know that.
Yeah.
But and let me continue on though. So where are we? Yeah. Bill, if you just put up that screen up again showing Opie's inside the house, because it's been very important to me to discuss this. You see the family in there, and on that orange and yellow lounge, just in front of that, was Opie's dying mum. And her wish was to see the family to do a bit of a dance and singing and music. That was her dying mum wish. So Jeffrey uploaded this video showing Ophelia dancing. The title of that video in GD Mead profile, he's got 2 YouTube accounts, is called Dancing to Prison. And he's uploading that, suggesting that Ophelia is defrauding the insurance company and that she's not allowed to do any dancing whatsoever. And so sick he is, and if we're talking about invasion of privacy, did any one of those family members, including Opie, did Jeff ask them their permission for him to upload the video? No. So don't come crying to me, Jeff, or to Ophelia if you believe that Elaine privacy is being breached. Don't give me that bullshit. Because what you did there is sick. Because it was a family gathering together in a private house. And actually, I was there, I witnessed the whole lot. Now, let's be clear about all this. I know Minandeo Kiwi, I know Reefa called me a rat. William Wilcott called me an arsehole because the allegation against me, I destroyed the family between Elaine and Ophelia. Let me set the record straight. Before I walked into Ophelia's life, Ophelia and Elaine didn't talk to each other for 3 years. Why? Because of Jeff. Surprise, surprise. What happened? That Ophelia's mum got pretty sick, quite sick quickly. And she said to me, I don't feel like going over to Philippines, blah, blah, blah. And I said, look, if you don't go over to the Philippines and see your mum before she passed away, for the rest of your life, you will be saying, fuck, I should have done it. I should have went over there. She said, you're right. So from there, I booked the airfares and we flew over the Philippines. When we got there and we walked in that house, it was the first time in 3 years did Elaine and Ophelia spoke. In fact, it was a quite emotional one. They both cried, they both hugged each other and just stayed together with mum. It was a quite emotional one, and I was there to see the lot. So Jeff, though Reefa, Willie, all the other retards, trolls out there, you're the one saying that I destroyed the family. No, I didn't. I actually got in fact, it was my suggestion for Opie to go over and see her dying mum. So they got together. But Jeff, being Jeff, cannot help himself and bag the shit out of me and Opie. Jeff, you destroyed the family. All your troll mates need to accept that. So don't give me the bullshit and the crap saying I've destroyed it. I haven't. Your reputation over the Philippines, Jeff, is shit. It is absolutely shit.
So when you went there, that was when, what was that, like 2023?
Yeah, about 22, I think it was.
Yeah, the end of 22.
It was just end of 22, and
you were
end of November or first.
Yeah, and you were able to book 2 flights for both of you to Philly.
Yep.
Everybody, he could get 1 flight for his missus. So why didn't he with his missus?
Hey, Bill, Baker, your microphone's playing up.
Sorry.
You're all right. Don't say sorry.
So why didn't he go with his former wife?
I don't know. Yeah. Your microphone's playing up, but I don't know. I don't know, mate. It's but it's amazing. You guys gonna love this. So while we're talking about Ophelia disability, and apparently Jeff said it on his videos, he rang the airline and asked the airline to see if Ophelia had any special needs to board the aircraft. Then he got into contact with the family in the Philippines and asked whether Ophelia had a walking stick or walking walker while she's there. And they said no. Did you know she had a disability? And they were all shocked. That's the type of, I mean, Jeff, what do you, you had read it, and you even said you even knew the seat numbers were brought on the aircraft. Jeff, I'm not too sure what planet you're on, but we have a thing called, in Australia, it's called the Privacy Act. And you to make up stories that you rang the airline told you there was no assistance and all this bullshit, and you honestly believe that Ophelia is 100% permanently disabled, Jeff, your head needs to be read. She only has 25% permanent disablement, mainly on the back and partially on the left leg. If you told me that someone is 100% permanent disabled, to me, in a logical brain, would be a person confined in a wheelchair with no feeling. That's my view. Jeff, she does take some hardcore medication to help ease the pain. Jeff, you were at the hospital after Ophi had a major surgery, 7-8 hour surgery. Elaine was stressing out. She thought she was dead because it's taken so long. And she went through a major recovery, and it was a major surgery on the spine and the disc. You were at the hospital there, Jeff. You've seen it all. Jeff, I don't know what your game plan is, but you threatened to ring the News Affairs, the Current Affair, to report affiliate of defrauding the insurance company. You apparently rang them. That's what you're saying. And Jeff, I don't know what your beef is, because I don't really know, or Ophi doesn't know what she's done to you. I think it's a matter of fact that you just don't like me, and unfortunately, Ophelia has been caught in the crossfire. But let me make it very clear to you, Jeff. You picked on the wrong bloke. I'm not going to stand back and cop shit from you, nor is Ophelia. You lost control of Ophelia. You were controlling her for years. You lost that control. With Ophelia and me, Ophelia, what I call, has freedom. She's free as a bird. She can do what she wants. And that keeps her happy, and that maintains her what quality of life. That's what we're about. I'm going to show you this here, guys. Here we go. We're going to show this. This will blow you out. Settings, camera. It's a pain in the ass. You've got to go to the settings. I got it. See that there? On the right-hand side, we've got Elaine. We've got Jeff on the left-hand side. That's Ophi in the bed after the 7-8 hour marathon operation. There it is there, guys. Thanks, hon. So, got to get out of there. Come on. You guys still there? Yep, you there? I think I've lost someone. Hey, Bill, I think your microphone. Yeah, your microphone, Bill.
Yeah, I was trying to cook up.
I've just got to go in the comments because people just get someone. Yes. Yeah. Okay. Right. Okay. So you can. Yeah. Okay. So you can still hear me. That's the main thing.
Yeah.
Okay. So with that there, Jeff was a bad taste on that. So I'm going to talk about a little bit more about the insurance. So Ophi, there was a fair bit of paperwork had to be done to prepare so she gets her weekly payment, salary, if you like to call it. And Jeff offered to do that work for Ophelia. And what he did, though, after he did a whole heap of paperwork, just got to be careful here. What he did, he'd done a whole heap of paperwork. And I'm just going to switch the camera around again. On my finger, I got the bank account details. Ophelia paid Jeff $18,000 for the preparation of the paperwork of the insurance and all that sort of thing. $18,000 was submitted to his bank account. Now, I've done some quick maths on that, and if he paid it, she want to keep the peace in the family. And during that phase of life, she wasn't in the right, state of mind. So, it's $18,000 was given to Jeff. If I worked on 38-hour week at 8 weeks, that's 304 hours divided by 18,000, that's $59.21 an hour. But as I'm a fair person, I reckon if Jeff spent 500 hours at $36 an hour, 500 hours at 18,000, he's earning $36 an hour. Now, if Jeff spent more than 500 hours on the insurance and the paperwork and setting up, then I'll have to fair and reasonably say that his time management skills is up the shit.
So,
in addition to that money, yep.
So that time, that was a family member, and he charged the family member for doing that.
Yep. No, bye, Bill. I'll get on to that soon. In addition to that, Ophi gave him a Ford Falcon. At that time, would have been worth $10,000. He had an old bomb, an old Falcon. He got the silver one. That used to be Ophi on top. Now, Ophi paid the $18,000. 2 weeks later, he said, look, you're entitled to pay out through your superannuation scheme. So in America, they call it 401. I don't know what they call that in UK. That's your retirement fund. We call it superannuation scheme. Because she's got a partial disability, she's entitled to pay out. He wanted another $20,000 for him to do that paperwork. And Ophelia, this time round, said no. I've actually done it. She's got the money. She's fine. A little bit of paperwork, wasn't too bad, but she got to pay out from the superannuation fund. So
that is what you would call your pension?
Superannuation pension. So in the superannuation, you have a pot of money. She's still got the money in there, the contribution over the years. But in there, if you get an injury from work, you also can get a lump sum, permanent or partial disability. Yeah, they call it total permanent disability, partial, all that sort of thing. With them, she's got a pretty nice windfall actually, but she deserves it because. Yeah. She'd rather be at work, to be honest. So, just going to go over the page. So, Jeff.
Dave in the comments got a very good point there. I don't know if you can see that, Tony.
What's that?
Tax paid on that
Yeah, hold on. I'm going to talk about that now.
Fine.
Jeff, as you keep telling us that you're a law-abiding citizen, that's what you keep telling us. The next part I'm going to talk about, you got nothing to worry about if you are a law-abiding citizen. Jeff, I'm an Australian citizen. I pay a lot of tax every year. The tax money goes towards hospitals, schools, education, infrastructure, roads, all that. And I want to make sure people paying their fair share of tax. So, Jeff, I've got 7 years from the date of that payment was made. So I've got to the 12th of 6th, 2025 to lodge an online inquiry. First department is going to be at the Australian Taxation Office with the bank statement and this particular thing I showing. Got your account number, BSP and all that, Jeff. Easily traceable. Australian Taxation Office will go back 7 years. Furthermore to this, Jeff, as you throw in mud, as you told so much lies and harassment to myself and Ophi, I'm going to put in 2 separate inquiries to Services Australia. The first part, did Jeff advise whether he declared the $18,000 to Services Australia because he's on a disability pension? The second part, which comes back to that your solicitor letter about former wife. It is my understanding in Australia that if you're receiving some sort of pension or welfare benefits, including disability pension, that if you divorce someone, yeah, you probably can get more money. But because you and Elaine are living together under the one roof, they would have to take Elaine income into account. Hypothetically, let's use very basic maths. Just say you get $1,000 a fortnight in your disability pension. But if they took Elaine income, because you are actually in a de facto relationship, that income that you'd be getting could go down, let's say, $500 a fortnight. I have every right to do this, Jeff. And why I'm after you is because the main thing I'm after is that you have told quite a number of videos that I am a corrupt public servant in the building industry. Your mate Kelsey gave me a beautiful statement. Apparently you phoned my workplace. You spoke to my boss. He doesn't know anything about it. Human Resources, HR department don't even know anything about it. So I declared and said, look, potentially there's someone who's accusing me of being corrupt and I've done the right thing. So it's all been recorded. Jeff, let me talk a bit about corruption. I know all about it. My father was the Queensland State Manager for Chubb Fire. Chubb is an international company. Chubb. And he was the Queensland State Manager for 33 years. In the very late 90s, 98, 99, 2000, there was a lot of corruption going on with the fire industry, the companies. They used to have a meeting called the Coffee Club, where the companies were getting together and they worked out who's going to tender what and what price is going to be. And when the company wins the contract, they split the profits that way. My father, Chubb Fire, Queensland State Manager, was subpoenaed to court and he was clear of any wrongdoing. There was 57 companies / individuals was fined by the ACCC. That was pretty bad corruption. And on first hand, people lost their livelihood, they lost their marriage, they lost the house, they lost everything. And if you honestly, and being grown up with my father, if you honestly think I'm corrupt, then put your boot on, go to the Crime and Misconduct Commission head office in Fortitude Valley, Brisbane, and lodge a complaint. Also, didn't make the same comment of William Wilcock, and I made a comment here. William, I hope we meet face to face. As you said, you're coming to Brisbane. I would like you to take you to the Crime and Misconduct Commission of Queensland head office so you can lodge a complaint. As you and Jeff said on a number of occasions, made serious allegation that I'm a corrupt building industry worker. So I'm more than happy to assist you to enable you put in an official complaint. May I look forward in your support for me to assist you. By the way, August in Brisbane is generally cold with gusty westerly winds, so pack your winter gear, my friend. Got a response. An Aussie farmer in the Philippines, William Wilcock, but I think his wife might have wrote this. Chick, whatever her name is. Do it. Don't talk about it. Why don't you do it? Why don't you have the gonad? Gonads. Gonad is a female hormone, so I don't know why that's in there. Do it. Come on, do it. Prove me wrong. What? You can't. You all talk like Dave. That's right, gonad, Gonads, is a gland that produces hormone that involves in reproduction. So, got me bugging why you put that comment in there. So, William, it's you made the allegation, not me. I can't walk in the Crime Misconduct Commission and say, hey, I'm corrupt. William, it's you got to do the work, not me. I can't do a damn thing. I've given you a fair and reasonable proposition to you. I'll shake your hand, look in the eye and say, let's go. I'm not going to bash you up and flog you. I'm not doing that. I just hope that Jeff does follow this through, because Jeff, if there was an investigation was made against me, and I know I don't do corruption, it's a bad thing, you don't do it, you lose your livelihood, but most importantly, it destroys your reputation. And then you go for another job and say, what happened in the last job? Oh, I got caught for corruption. You honestly think they're going to employ you? No. So, Jeff, put your boot on the other foot. Let's get this corruption thing out of the way. Because when it's I'm cleared, you know what you and I are going to be doing. I'm taking you to court, Jeff. And you know the third person I want in there, Jeff, is Elaine. Because you said Elaine was your witness, and Elaine heard me that I told Jeff and to Elaine that I'm corrupt. It's a far cry of independent witness, but anyhow, I'll go with that. Elaine will have to go in the witness box and testify. I don't think she's going to handle the pressure very well. So, Jeff, I encourage you, William, or anyone out there, if they think I'm corrupt, go right ahead. It doesn't mind me. I've given William Wilcock a proposition. I thought it was a fair one. He obviously doesn't understand what I'm trying to say. His comprehension skills is not there. I think his wife chick does some questions and answers, So I don't know. So while we at it, there's another person who's really after you, Jeff. That's my mum. Jeff, you said some pretty couple of nasty things about my late father. You even said out there that I'm a loser and my mum couldn't get rid of me quick enough, and that mum and Ophi are best mates. And he went on about that. And then he went on that my mum's is wealthy. Yes, she is. She is. Elaine would have seen that. She stayed at her place one night. Yes, she is. And then you turned around and you said, as soon as my mum die, I'm going to dump Ophi and go and chase some young pussy. That came out of your mouth. Jeff, there's two words that I don't think is in your brain. It's called love. Sorry, three. Love, affectionate, and respect. That's what I give to Ophelia. Jeff, Mum's just sitting on the fence. My mum will have an absolute pleasure to see in court, and she's happy to spend hundreds of thousands of dollars, and you and Elaine can lose the lot. It'd be her pleasure. So if you want to carry on and keep it up, that's what's going to happen. It'd be open slather for my mum. I'm not a mummy's boy, by the way. I support mum, I assist mum, and I love mum. It's just a little bit hard. Dad passed away, would be this month, 29th of May, this year, 3 years. It's been hard for her, and I've been with her by her side. So, Jeff, if you want to, carry on and keep it up and keep your bullshit up, I'm not holding mum back. I'm not going to tell her what to do. If she's going to take you on, look out. That's not a threat or anything, mate. I'm just telling you. And, there's no need for you to target Ophelia or my mum. There's no need. Ophelia being very kind and compassionate with Elaine, and you know that, Jeff. Jeff, you brought all these issues on yourself. Jeff, you don't know how to respect people. If you want respect from people, you need to earn it. You need to earn it and work for it. Mate, you're only just a welfare bum. You got nothing. Your health is rooted. You're just a miserable old prick. Don't take it out on other people for that, please. Take it out on yourself. You got anything to say, Bill?
Well, it's a lot about him, isn't it? I thought he'd uploaded a video while we were talking, but no, he must be listening.
Oh, hang on, Bill. Yeah, babe. Yeah, Bill. Can I just say something? We got Harry in the house. Harry, you're just another loser like Jeff. Harry, just a complete, utter loser. You're the one who came out and said to me, my dad felt sorry for me, so he gave me his ute. It came out of your mouth. Harry hungover. You're a loser. He's in the chat.
If it is the real one, that's Bing Tong Tony, whatever it is.
Yeah. Damn, the latest one he's in.
He was the one that was on Jeff's live stream when Jeff was identifying as a coloured person, and he was the one there as Martin Luther King using the M
That's
word a
it.
lot. So it shows you
That's it.
what type of idiot he is.
Yeah, so Harry, welcome. Harry, you're just a loser like Jeff. And I'm just going through the comments, mate, in case someone's asked a question. Just scanning through.
Yeah.
Just going through, mate. Yeah, so you got anything to say, Bill, or anyone want to come up on the panel?
Well, Harry can come up and have a chat if he wants. Does he want to come up as Martin Luther King or as himself? But just having a look. Oh yeah, I thought I'd have a look at the comments.
I'm just looking at the comments. Yeah, I'm just looking at the comments.
I can't. So with when he did the insurance documents, how long did that take him to do?
I wouldn't.
Don't know.
If he no, but my guess it couldn't be any more than 500 hours. So
I can't imagine it being more than a couple of days.
Yeah, well, it's look. I actually what I do these days with the insurance. See what it is. Every 3 months, she's got to go to the doctor to get a no work capacity certificate. That's got to go into the insurance company, and the medication they pay for, then I've got to send it in to them. So it's better, not much, just better scanning, email it through. That's basically, it's a pretty straightforward process, and I don't mind doing paperwork because that's what my work is, just paperwork all the time. I'm used to it. So
well, I took in England, when you get to 55, you can take a lump sum of your pension, and I don't know if that's the same as what you said about he wanted 20 grand to do, but all I had to do is speak to my pension company, ask them. They sent me a form which I had to sign. Took me 10 minutes to do. Sent back, and then I got 25% of my pension tax free, which I did put towards paid for the house that I told you that I bought, or part of it. But longest I had to wait was 14 days, because they give you 14 days to say, change your mind whether you want to take it.
Yeah. The initial startup with the insurance and all that would have been, a fair bit of details, documentation and all that. But once it's in the system, it's pretty good. So what it is,
was Jeff still living in Sydney at that time then?
No.
They were in casino by then?
Yep.
So they've only been in casino.
Hang on. I think he was still in. It was that Sydney when he set up the insurance in Sydney still.
Sorry, later.
When he's in Sydney. Yeah. No, it's in Sydney.
My son is in first.
Yeah. In Sydney, mate. Yeah.
Talk about. He goes on. I'm sorry to say, he calls by a town.
Yeah, but
he's the king of them.
Yeah, but see, everything is out now on the system insurance. He cannot speak on affiliate authority. It's all me now. That's what we've done. Opie and I, we've both done our will. So anything that Opie has comes to me, or anything happens to me goes to Opie. Nothing's going to go to the family like to Elaine or Jeff or anyone, because they don't deserve it. So I speak on behalf of Ophelia at times, and with the insurance company. It might be technical questions and all that. She's not too sure, whatever. That's fine. She gets The physio bills direct to the insurer. The doctor every 3 months gets sent to her. All that sort of thing. Sorry, to the insurance company. They cover the lot, mate. Only pertaining the back and the left leg, the pain through her work where it was an accident. So they cover all the costs there. And she gets paid weekly until she's 69 years of age. So she's fine on that regard. So, yeah, to be honest, she'd rather be at work. If people know what Filipinos are like, they love work. They just absolutely love work. If I had a cleaning business or something like that, I would just employ Filipinos. Not just to abuse them and flog them or anything. They're just bloody good workers. Their work ethic's a lot better than the Australian and Aussie. That's being honest.
Yeah.
So, some days it's good. But there's some days she's really, really bad. She could be on bed for 2 days. Another day's not so bad. It just comes and go. And, the 7-8 hour marathon, 7-8 hours marathon operation on the disc and the spine, there's nothing to be sneezed at. That's a bloody major operation. That's a lot of fucking, it's the recovery on that took a long time. And
I feel like everybody else, the comment section,
Bill, yep.
are shocked by that amount he wanted for family members.
Yeah, I was just going to answer to.
Got the car.
Yeah. I'm going to answer to Dave. Did he pay tax on that income? Dave, I don't know. But as a Australian citizen and I'm a taxpayer, and I pay, as I said, a fair amount of tax, I will be sending an inquiry to the Australian Taxation Office. You got 7 years to put that in within 7 years of that transaction. So that will be the inquiry to answer your question. The second part will be to Services Australia. But, I'm not making, let's be clear here, I'm not making any allegations that Jeff hasn't paid tax or anything. I'm of the belief that Jeff is a law-abiding citizen. All I'm doing, that if Jeff is very good at ringing up the airlines and finding out what seat number and whether Opie had special needs to go into the aircraft and all this bullshit, if he wants to do and play that sort of game, I'm just playing the smart way here. And it's nothing illegal for me to do so, and that is to ring Australian Taxation Office and Services Australia. It's interesting to note those two government departments do talk one another. It's all linked in with MyGov. For people knowing Australia, it's unbelievable.
Yeah, you just want to make sure Jeff didn't pay too much tax.
So, as a the corruption allegation. Now, I want to talk another thing while we're at it about females being sexually assaulted. Just recently, Johnny Siam live stream, Jeff was on the panel, and they were laughing and making jokes about females being sexually assaulted or raped. Sorry, that's the word, rape. Jeff and Johnny, I think Johnny is just he's just a loser, really. That man is twisted. He's twisted in the head. Jeff, I don't think when you're laughing and joking, did you even think about, Jeff, how about your daughter, Christine? How would you take it if she was raped? Or how would you take your former wife, Elaine, was raped? How would you take the news? I'm pretty sure you'd be pretty bloody angry. And you probably want to find the perpetrator and kill him. To make jokes about women being raped is sick in the head. And you should be ashamed of yourself. There's no time and place for that. And when I heard it, I just went, wow, it's crazy shit. But that's the sort of person that Jeff is, and Johnny Syme is, and all the sickos. They're the type of people they are. It's just, females have been raped. I'm sure quite a few of them would have committed suicide or just never got over it and need so much counselling. It's just, they lose self-confidence. It turns their world upside down. So Jeff and Johnny, I don't know how old Johnny is, but Jeff, you're what, 66? Mate, start acting your age. Your last video, you're putting on the shirt saying I'm the big boss. What an absolute immature video that was. Jeff, you're not a boss. You want to be a boss. You never made it in your life to be a boss. You're nothing but a coward. That's all you are. Anything? I'm just checking. Someone's made. I think Tone Senate Link is the place you should inquire about 18K. Yeah. Yes, I see that. Send Link is part of Services Australia. So, okay. I will be.
I was
GD.
thinking that if he was getting welfare, then I'm sure he would have to say that suddenly got a lump sum of 18.
However, I say, Opie did tell me Jeff was spitting chips about the $18,000 because Elaine took most of the $18,000 off him. It gets bizarre. It gets bizarre. Your microphone, Bill.
He should have been given. She should have been given.
If you're going to cover foot tracks, you should have said I want in cash only, not a bank transaction.
Yeah, just like I said, all the stuff you do and anybody else about being scammers, him. We've always said he projects everything about is what he is. Yeah. I couldn't believe that, that Jeff did a video talking about that he phoned the airlines and tracked down the flight number, what our seat numbers were when we flew over the Philippines, and he said that he said absolutely no way that Ophelia should have went to the Philippines at all. She can't travel. Well, guess what? She phoned the insurance company and advised them she's going away over the Philippines, and they documented all that, and they said no problems in the world. You have a lovely trip. Yeah. Now this one here, I've got to read this. This has been handed to me.
Ophelia gave Jeff $100 to buy a recording machine, and he didn't buy it. So Ophi went holiday to Sydney Airline, and they bought a recording. Jeff never bought a recording machine. He just kept the $100, and he never paid it back. So here we are, Ophi. The reason why the recording machine is for interview of people with the insurance or doctors and all that, because Ophelia was, given some bad advice at the beginning after the operation. And so she wanted a recording machine to record the conversation. And so they can refer to. So she gave Jeff $100. Well, you know what to buy. You're good at that sort of shit. We never fucking bought it. The $100 would have gone to wine and smokes.
I don't know.
Like
a complete scammer.
He's a complete scammer. And as I said earlier on, GD, Jeff, dimwit, coward, whatever you want me to call you, you've taken on the wrong bloke. You messed with me, and just hang on, guys. I want to say this in the camera. Jeff, you messed with me. You shit on me, my mum, and my wonderful partner, Ophelia, which we're getting married this year on the 30th of November. That's the same day of Ophelia, late husband passing. Ralph passed away on the 30th of November this year. Oh, sorry, 10 years ago. So that day, not only are we celebrating a wedding and a special day, it's also remembering Ralph. If you walk in the house we're in, on the right-hand side of the front door, I said, Ophi, that's where you're putting your wedding photo of Ralph and her. Because Ralph set a solid foundation of Ophelia life in Australia. She came to Australia when she was 28 years of age. She worked at Singapore about 10, 11 years. It was hard work. So, Jeff, I also make it very clear to you that I support Ophelia all the way through, and she talks about Ralph on occasional. I even go down with her to the cemetery at Ballina to mark my respect and her remembrance. I even take the whip snipper down, the blower, cleaned up, change to fake flowers. Not too many men like me would do that, but that's who I am. It's called respect. Respect. And if you don't know what that word means, Jeff, look it up. I'm old school. I don't do corruption. I do the best of my ability at all times. So, Jeff, because you mess with me, I don't need to play dirty like you. You're very sharp on the tongue. I know you are. I'll play smart. I will go to the relevant authorities in Australia to send the inquiry through. And if you don't like what I'm doing, then sit down, get a glass of red wine, and say to yourself, yep, I've screwed some people out there that I shouldn't have. Me and Ophi will not tolerate your bullshit. You and Elaine will not be going to our wedding. If you pass away any minute, we're not going to your funeral, Jeff, because going to the funeral, you would be paying respect. I've got absolutely no respect for you whatsoever, what you've done to Ophelia. You are a criminal. It's criminal behaviour. It's wrong. It's gutless. And you say you're a family man? Seriously? Then why is the reputation in the Philippines shit, the family over there? Jeff, when's the last time did you take Elaine to a nice stroll along the beach and hold hands and breathe in the lovely salt air? When's the last time you took her for a nice romantic dinner? When was the last time you took her for a holiday? When was the last time you saw your grandkids and your other family? Jeff, you live in a very sad life. The other person, William Wilcott, he kept telling all of us here that I'm living the dream. Is that right? Living the dream. So it's living the dream that you troll, that you harass, that you bully people, and you had to e-beg to pay the damage in the white fan, and you call that e-beg? You call that living the dream? Well done. Wow. Unbelievable. And you call that living the dream. And you went after me about the corruption. I've given you a proposition, William. You either take it or you leave it. As simple as that, William. It is simple as that. And just look at Jeff's channel now. He abused the long-time followers and told them to fuck off and everything else. His channel is dead. Gone. It's, Jeff, your channel could have been like Doc Lowe. I mean, that one there. I think Doc Lowe has only got 1,500 followers, so similar number to yours, Jeff. But he gets over 300 comments. I know you got fools like Gary Allen and all that in there, but Jeff, if you kept the fight with Brian Smith fairly clean and you were smart about it, it could have been a lot better channel. I think you started off pretty good, then you just lost control. So Jeff, what very clearly, what tells me this? When you start resorting to racism, sexism, and the swearing, I mean, I swear too, it doesn't mind me, and screaming, I'll give you a quick example. When Doc M and Stacey came up on the live stream, you absolutely abused the shit out of them. Doc M and Stacey handled the situation perfectly. They were cool, calm, collective, and focused. Jeff, on the other hand, you lost control of the situation. You lost control of the whole situation. Then you got emotional. And then you got emotional. Oh, Brevis the only one that cares about me because he's the only one that visited me in the hospital in Cebu. I'm sorry, but Brevis, he's a scumbag. He's a slime ball with that cheeky smoke all the time. I think he's in bed with...
I think Beavis is... Orange.
Yeah.
And Jeff didn't get it.
Yeah. So, didn't Jeff get a little molesty with Opie one time? Don't think so. I don't know, mate. But, I think he might have, I don't know.
I'm trying to know.
Hang on. No, Jeff, no. Can I just answer that question? Boy, 0006. Did Jeff get a little molested with Opie one time? Well, depending what you mean by that, but I'll say this. I like to hug you and nice cupping my chest as she got nice boobs. So, in other words, Jeff's a bit of a womanizer. And he's the same man that goes on, and there's nothing wrong having a sexual relationship with a 13-year-old. I find that comment quite disturbing because a man at his age, or any man greater than 18, shouldn't be thinking about that. 13-year-old girls are still developing. But that's Jeff for you. That's all I've got to say about Jeff. I think I've said enough. It's just what's Opie's gone through. It's what I do. I stand by her and support her all the way. And I think after Jeff seeing this live stream, before I say that, can I say that I did say about the Lord, he's a law-abiding citizen. When he was in Sydney, Mount Druitt, the law-abiding citizen was growing a couple of pots of marijuana plantation. And I wouldn't have thought that a law-abiding citizen would do that, because New South Wales back then you couldn't grow any marijuana plantation. Some state and territories in Australia you can now, but not in New South Wales, and certainly not in Queensland. Elaine had the shits, asked Opie to give her a hand. They got him out of the shed, and they put it out in the footpath. Now, Mount Druitt is the western part of Sydney, probably one of the roughest area you can be in. A lot of government housings. I think if you look at the TV series on Channel 7, mate, you'll see the households. That's in Mount Druitt, that where's film. Anyhow, they put it out the footpath. Within 5 minutes, mate, the 2 pots of marijuana would have been a metre high. She's gone. And Elaine was quite happy. But Jeff was growing it. Elaine got the shits. And here we are. Jeff keep telling us he's a law-abiding citizen. So, Jeff, you can go and knock yourself out. Pass on to saying. I'm expecting another letter from your solicitor. Won't worry me. But what I've said today, I've backed it up with all the documentations. It's the truth. And you're going to have to either accept what I've said, or you can try and fight me. That's your choice, not mine. I don't care. I'll try it back over to you, Bill. I'll look at some of the comments. Bill's not answering. Okay. You there, Bill? I can't hear you. Okay. I think Bill's he's on mute.
Is that, do you hear
That's
me now?
it, you talk. I can hear you now. I've been trying to say you're on mute.
Well, no, I was trying to test my mic on another device.
Oh,
So,
yeah. That's all I've got to say, Bill. Anyone?
Well,
hang on, Steve.
Really
yeah, Steve Hartford, you're right. he did make death threats, Jeff did, to Brian and to his 3-year-old son. So, not much of a coward. Sick Grandpa, g'day, mate. How you going?
Well,
yes.
I think what I will do with this live stream at some point, I will cut some bits down. There's some really good points, isn't there? And Tony with the receipts.
Yeah. Well, I'll say this. Anyone, they're hearing this right now, I give you my full consent if you want to use part of the live stream as a snippet, whatever. I give you will certainly not be getting a copyright strike. I won't do that to anyone. So I will give anyone the right to take sections out, and you can make videos and whatever you want to do with it. Okay?
Yeah, the good saying that, because I was going to say that as well. Anybody that wants to play bits over and talk about it, and as well as you, Jeff, you can.
Jeff can use it. I'm stopping. At least got something to say about the Gary Martin show.
Hang on,
tonight.
Bear us a second. I just want to pop a link up for anybody that wants to come on. Sorry. Yeah, hello, Griffin. Sorry, you missed some good stuff from Tony. You're going to have to go back and have a listen to some real eye openers to the world of Jeff.
Yeah, it's, he's a very interesting character. I've never really known anyone like him. I know all family have issues and dramas and all that, but Jeff takes out the prize. He really does. Yeah. So, all Athie and I and my mum want him to do is just leave us alone. Just leave us alone. This is why I've come up today to clarify a lot of these issues and put these issues to bed. And, and no doubt Jeff's going to be very angry.
All right, Marvin.
Marvin, how you going, mate?
Hang on a second, guys. I gotta get some earplugs.
Is my sound any better? With
no, he's put his headphones in.
I put a headphone and mic on now, so I don't know if I...
No, you're pretty good now, Bill.
Yeah, I didn't buy that Chinese stuff, Van.
You didn't buy it from Temu, did you?
Yes, no.
Okay, I can hear you now.
All right, Mum, you are quiet, though.
Say what?
You are very quiet.
Yeah. But anyway, I want to tell you, thank you for coming on and giving your opinion on everything. I really like that. It just shows Jeff, he is for what he is.
It is, and it's really, there's no need for it. Like, what is his gain? What is he trying to gain by doing what he's doing?
The thing I was going to ask you... Go on, Marvin, you go first.
No, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to.
What I was going to ask Tony, what I wanted to ask Tony at the beginning, before Jeff got to the point of bringing, because I think where you say about bringing family in it was Julie's boy, wasn't it?
Yeah.
I think that's when did you see any of his videos before that? Leading up to that?
No.
So you didn't have any impression of him until then?
No.
Apart from when you've met him, obviously.
Correct. Yeah. I might also add, Jeff doesn't believe in God, any of that, but he's actually scared of death in a big way, scare of death. So, Jeff, I'll just hope to Christ that your death is not going to be a painful one, because if it is a painful one, then you deserve it. You really do.
I mean, really, if people don't even see him on Christmas, it is what it is. That's loving and support.
Yeah, say that again.
If people don't come see him when he's in the hospital at Christmas, that's loving and support.
Yeah, spot on, Marvin. Spot on. There was not even a nothing.
I used to feel sorry for Elaine, but not anymore. No. Elaine, she should have sat down, had a quiet word with Jeff and say, hey, mate, you want to sort of settle down a bit? Just pull it back and leave family out of it. That's all she got to do. But as I say, I don't live in that household. I couldn't imagine be a real happy household. I couldn't mention that because Jeff is a very jealous and negative person, and anyone does better than him, you're in the fiery line. That's the issue.
Yeah. You just the way he spoke about yourself and Opie, the way he talked about Lucy. He's vindictive, isn't he? He's a vindictive man.
I think Elaine is a submissive woman. She just accepts her life and goes on.
I think she's, well, like I said, it is a bit weird that she lets him get away with what he does.
Yeah.
But the problem is, it's giving Elaine a bit of a bad reputation, even though she's not directly involved. It's just the fact that it's Jeff's partner. Well, now we know those.
There's nothing bad about her at all. Period.
No, I know that, but that's the thing, you see. So I don't feel sorry for her anymore. See, Ophelia, yeah.
When you started bringing up about Jeff, they were starting to...
Yeah. Jeffrey, I'd like you to pass on this message to Elaine that once you pass away and you're dead, if Elaine thinks she's going to call up Ophelia Arse and be sister again, just let her know, think again, because it's not going to happen. The damage has been done and it's gone too far. Way too far. And thanks to Jeff.
An Australian dollar.
Hey, Bill, your microphone again. Sorry, I've been picking on you about your microphone.
You're worried about yours.
Yeah, because when I was on Gary's live streams crackling, I was pissed off when I heard the replay. So his channel is dead, and I don't think there's going to be any more much out of it. But from here on, if he's going to try and do a video and try and persuade people that he's telling the truth, he's got a hell of a job to convince people from here on.
Yeah, I mean, there can't be many supporters left now.
No.
And a few hard ones.
Yeah, Jeff provided some good free entertainment, no doubt about it. But, you know, at the end of the day is Doc Lay done well out of his channel because a lot of the followers out of Jeff's channel's gone over to there. So, and they capitalise what Jeff actually started. I think Gary did mention that on his last live stream. So,
welcome back, Jeff. You spill all the dirt on.
Yeah, I you know, like it's with Jeff, poor record of phone numbers, and I think William Wilcott got Stacey's address from Jeff, and I'm thinking how accurate that's going to be. Couldn't get the phone numbers right.
No,
so,
and it wasn't the right address.
Yeah, so you know, at the end of the day, he's been an interesting character. It's been an interesting journey. What Jeff, I believe, what he was trying to do is split me and Opie out, split us off.
Yeah.
But Jeff, what you actually done, you actually strengthen our relationship. That's what you done. Thank you, Jeff, for doing that. I can't thank you enough for that.
It's the same as with Brian. He's jealous. Brian is living his life. That's what Jeff wanted to do. And now you and Oaktree have got a relationship that he hasn't got anymore. Jealous of that.
Yeah. It's just the whole, I think his issue is jealousy. He doesn't have a lot of money. He's, you know, he's probably depressed. Accusing me, in fact, accusing me having bipolar. Well, if I want to look at an example of a person got bipolar, it would have to be Jeffrey.
Yeah.
You know, he's got some sort of personality disorder. I mean, he goes hot and cold. He goes 0 and 100 in a split second. And the racism, it's shocking. Absolutely shocking. And the other thing that people got to understand, that Jeff have said a few times that he's a true Anzac. Well, I'll tell you what, that is a complete insult to the Australian New Zealand soldiers that fought for the war to protect our nation, the country, and he called himself an Anzac. That is that's, you know, that's disgusting.
And like he said, he made that statement. When he made the statement about when Russia invaded Ukraine, there in a couple of months, I will get my visa and and he never did. Still in his basement.
No, he never got out of his basement.
Yeah. So when and the other thing, the other #1 supporter is William Wilcock. He used to comment on his channel all the time. Yeah. Now, the other thing, Marvin, I didn't quite hear you before. Hello. Yeah, you said hello. I didn't quite hear you before. Yeah. Sorry, mate. Yeah, William Wilcock, an Aussie farmer in the Philippines. I don't know who Wonder is. I don't really care. People can guess who can that be, but I don't know who you think that is, Bill.
I suspect it is him, or
Chick,
or the Mindanao Kiwi guy. Maybe.
Mindanao Kiwi, yeah, because Mindanao Kiwi can type really well. See, when you look at these fake trolls and all that, you got to see how they type, and I can easily look at that and go, yes, that one, whatever. And you look at the words they use. So, Mindanao Kiwi, that's Robert Patterson, isn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah, what a loser, that one. Boy, oh boy.
I think
He's
Wonder is Gary Allen. Because I said that because what he is attacking me on. You know, he's always attacking
Yep.
on this comment shit. I think it's Gary Allen. And because I called him Circuit Sideshow Freak.
Yeah, I think Wonders. Yeah, sometimes Wonders can type really well, and other times shit. So that could be deliberate, trying to fool who the person is. But I don't look enough in that. But William Wilcock, he was Jeff #1 supporter. Now you don't see him commenting on his channel, and that's probably a good thing, because if William Wilcock and Aussie Farming in the Philippines, if half of his followers knew what he was like as a troll, he would lose half his audience on his channel. They'll walk away from him. And he wants to be a little bit careful, because one day he's going to end up like what's happened to Jeff's channel. No one's commenting. People are just sick of it. That's why I laugh when he, just about every videos he's doing now, he always having to dig at Stacey and the trolls. He keep bringing that up. Keep doing that, William, because you're going to start losing followers. Your followers not interested in that sort of shit. They're interested, I don't know, bloody patting the pig and, I don't know, feeding the ducks or whatever you do, or mow the lawn, or whatever you do, or fixing the floor. So William's got a lot of thinking to do, because he's put a fair bit of shit on me, and that's fine. That's why I gave him that proposition. When he comes to Brisbane, I'll meet him and I'll take him to the Crime Misconduct Commission headquarters. You know, so he thinks he probably thinks I'm all talk. William, I'm not all talk, mate. I can't do anything. You got to do it.
He said to Stacey to give him his address so Dan can visit him. So he's asking people to do his fights for him.
Yeah, see, that's pretty childish, and you know, he's not acting his age, and you know, and then he wants to meet. Is it Dave in somewhere in Australia and for a beer and all that? And I think he's got other ideas, or Willie. But he's a strange person. But I wouldn't have thought. See, my living the dream is different to his. I wouldn't have thought that living the dreams includes trolling people, abusing people, harassing them, and e-begging. Yeah. I wouldn't have thought that would be part of living the dream. It doesn't fit in that description of mine. But, I don't know what Marvin thinks about it. He probably thinks he's another deal too out there. But and Stacey, come back up if you want to ask questions. Okay.
I'll put the link back in.
Yeah, put the link back in. And I think Stacey got a couple of questions you'd like to ask, or sick grandpa might want to come up and have a word. And I'll go in the comments now, Bill, to see if anyone's asking questions. You've been reading, have you?
Yeah.
Oh, someone, yeah, Stacey, tell them bring pizza. I would too.
Well, like you said, someone had sent or tried to send a pizza to Gary under Stacey's name, I think. Stacey might have to confirm that. But Stacey had a, yes, hang on, let me.
Yeah, and let's can I just add on? Oh, who's here now, Stacey? Can I add on this? You know, living the dream, like as a couple, you wouldn't be arguing and all that. So every week, Jeff and Elaine will have an argument of some description. every single week. How I know about that, Opie lived with them for a while, and they lived in her place for a while. And they'll argue over the smallest trivial bullshit. So, they're just fighting. So, I don't know. Now, that's it. Now, guys, today, I'm mute your mic, Stacey. Or cheek mong. Yeah, just mute it. Good man. Yeah, mute it. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm here. Yeah, so what? I can say a lot more, but that's the far as I'm going to go with today. There's a hell of a lot more I can. What's the word? I can. There's a lot. Yeah, it's a lot more that I can share. But this is the far as I'm going today, and see what pans out. But Opie was quite embarrassed about Jeff when I first met her, the way he carried on. I said, don't. Unfortunately, some family, they had people like Jeff.
Yeah, well,
and, so I just, left us that. Fan, you have an argument every night, then the makeup's, sex be better. Well, Fan.
Well, that's saying no.
Fan. I've been with Opie for 2 years. Her and I hadn't had an argument, so I haven't experienced the after argument sex with her yet. But if I do, I'll let you know, mate. Yeah, you can talk, Stacey. Talk.
Yeah, sorry about that, but I had to go. My brother's was cooking. I had to go to my brother's place, and I just got back. Yeah, Tony, there was some questions I was wanting to ask you, but I had to leave. Okay, I know what I was wanting to say. Let's see how I want to say this. All right, I was wanting to ask you about Opie. Now, you say she's 25% disabled, right? My thing is, wouldn't you would know more about this than me, Tony, because I don't know Opie because I never met y'all. But wouldn't they want her to keep moving? You know what I mean? To kind of keep from locking up. I mean, or making her back stiff. I mean, you might have talked about it, but like I say, I had to leave.
Yeah. No, Stacey, that's a very valid point. That the 25 disability is in mainly the back and the left leg. The worst thing you can do with that is sit down and do fucking nothing. You got to move it.
Yeah.
Now, I didn't realise, let me say this, Jeffrey's saying she can't be doing any exercise and dancing. I've been proven wrong again that I didn't realise that Jeff was a back surgeon. Or was he a physio or occupational therapist or a qualified doctor or healthcare professional at Queensland Health? We got all these letters. Since he brought up the light about her dancing in prison, we got all these letters. The insurance companies are aware. He reckons the current affairs coming down doorsteps. Well, what I would do there, the current affair are more than welcome to come to our place, and I'll give them all the documentation supporting evidence that she is permitted to do all this. She's not defrauding the insurance. Go and talk to the insurance. However, before you go, current affair, would you like a story? A story about Jeffrey David Mead of Casino, the most racist, bigoted, pig, sexism. He laughs about women getting raped. You want a story about that? Now, I've saved all the videos. It's all my portable hard drive, and the computer. I've saved all the video that pertains about me and Ophelia. We got it all.
Well, Tony, let me ask you another question. Now, you're an Australian, right? Jeff lives in Australia. What's the age requirement to retire? Here, you can retire at 62, but the full pension is 67 or 70, something like that.
No, okay. There's really anyone can retire anytime. So in Australia, we have superannuation scheme. Yours, they call it 401 in America.
Yeah.
Anyone can access their superannuation fund when they're 60. Now, the pension age is 67.
Okay.
So I'm on track on retiring at 60 because I got a fair bit of money tied up in my superannuation. I will have enough money to keep me going, not taking into account what mum's got. Forget about my mum, right? So at 67, you can get the pension, but it's mean tested. It depends how much cash you have, assets, and so forth. It's all the formulas there.
Well,
now, with Jeff, at the moment, being on a disability pension, let's say it's been on it for 15, 20 years. When you get a disability pension, you don't get any superannuation contribution. So he's got no super. So he'll just roll straight into the pension.
Yeah. Well, because, I can't prove it because I'm not there. But ever since he started his YouTube account, he's always on the internet, not working. So I take it he hasn't worked in the last, 4 years, 3 years? He's on the internet too much. So I take it he's not working.
Oh, I think it's been about 15 years, mate, roughly. The only person can answer that question in a more accurate way would be Ophelia, but it's been about 15 years. So
if he's 65, that would have put him at 50. Retired at 50.
Something like that.
Something going on there.
Getting no pension, and so what he was getting is, unless I don't know.
The disability pension and the actual pension wouldn't be any different. It'd be about the same amount, to be honest with you. So not a lot of money. So
I took 25% of my pension tax-free when I reached 55, and then I could have had that then taken it as an early retirement, but I didn't. I stayed at work.
Yeah, but I want to show Will the midget. There's my home right there. So midget, I'm not hiding from Dan. I'm right here at home. Been home all evening. So where's Dan? Right there's the road. So Dan's got to come in from that way, and there's no cars coming.
Well, Dan will be coming on a short bus, won't he?
Probably. Because
if anybody knows what a short bus is, it's special ed.
Yeah, I know what a short bus is. But this is Tennessee, Memphis, Tennessee. You're looking east. Memphis, Tennessee is an hour away from me. Just go straight.
Yeah.
All he's got to do is get on the interstate I-40 and drive west. I'm only an hour away. So where's Dan?
Yeah. Stacey, have you had any tornadoes out your way yet?
Any what?
Tornadoes.
Let me think. Not in my area, but we had some out in Oklahoma. Oklahoma's not that far from us. I'm thinking we might have had a couple here in Arkansas, but not close to me. I know. Let me see. What was it? 2-3 years ago, we had some high winds. Let me see. Well, y'all probably ain't able to see it. There's some woods right there. We had some high wind, and that's my neighbors. And it knocked some of the trees, not all of them, but a few of the trees down. And where I work at, they had some trees. I'm talking about some good sized trees. They was knocked over. But I think it was 2, 3, 4 years, something like that. we had some strong winds. But as far as tornadoes, my oldest brother,
Yep.
when he was married to Janie Bertha, and they was married at the time, just right up the road here, a couple miles, a tornado got close to their house and knocked the little shed down, but it didn't get the house. But our tornado season, let me see, it's starting to slow down a little bit because from March till May is when we'll get our tornadoes. Then after May, they'll start slowing down. But we normally get some in December, a couple here and there, because that's our winter time, and we'll get maybe a couple of warm fronts and maybe get a tornado or two, but not that many. Like I say, they're more active between March and May.
I've just been following some of the weather page over the United States and storm chasers and that, and geez, some of these tornadoes over there just rip out whole neighbourhood apart. Jesus, it's a mess.
Yeah, I was watching the news one time. I don't know, it was about a year or so ago, and there's a place in Arkansas called Valonia, Arkansas. I don't remember the year, but there was a spot that got hit real bad with tornadoes, and that's been quite a few years back, and a couple, 3 years ago, 4 or 5 years ago, 6, I don't remember. They hit the same spot, went right back to the same spot, and tore a bunch of houses down. What I don't get, how it could hit a certain spot and tear a bunch of houses down, and like 1 or 2 houses over, them other houses are fine, perfectly fine. It just amazes how they do that. But Tony, if you ever get on YouTube, just looking up tornadoes, look at the F5, like F for Frank, F5 tornadoes. That's the biggest tornado.
I've seen some. Yeah. It's
that's the biggest tornado.
Crazy stuff. Yeah, crazy stuff over there. Yeah, you get some pretty big storms and giant hailstones, probably the size of melons, and pretty big stuff over there.
Yeah.
I mean, in Australia, we've had hailstones up to 13 centimetres in diameter, but our houses wouldn't cope really well with that. Just smash through your roof and all that. So,
well,
yeah.
That's why England's God's own country.
Oh.
Whether no bad animals, no earthquakes.
Yeah, we got a
God loved us. It shows you that God was English.
Yeah.
Yeah.
One time we had one tornado. We had about in the 80s, and the weathermen denied it.
Yeah. Hey, Stacey, what have you done to Willie? I mean, what have you done? You upset him that bad that he's sending out, I don't know, call it the troops, Dan and someone else. And what you actually done to him?
I went on Facebook, and I wish I put that video on private, and let me see what I showed his pictures, and one of the pictures was his son, the one who passed away, and I said, how did his son die? Because, you know, they're always picking on Brian and his family.
Yeah.
Oh,
I know
how they killed.
He's deleted
funny.
that comments, so where Dan's coming for you.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
they talk about how Terrence and Brian killed Baby's face, that little baby face kid. So I'm just giving him a taste of his own medicine. But yeah, he'll talk about how somebody else killed a child. But when we say something about that, they get all mad. So taste of their own medicine. But like I say, I'm here at home. No damn, I'm out in the wide open.
It's funny, isn't it? When it's very good for these sort of people putting shit on others. When people like yourself give it back at them, they don't like it. It really amazes me. You know, I mean, look, you treat people how you like to be treated. So if you want to be treated with respect, you treat people with respect. You know, this William Wilcock and Jeff, Minute Kiwi and all that. You know, just got to think for 1 minute that respect doesn't cost a cent.
No. Well, here's my
Right?
thing. Go ahead, Tony. I'm sorry.
You're all right. Keep going.
Well, here's my thing. Why don't William leave Brian alone? I mean, if William's got a problem with Brian, get on a ferry and go to Bohol. They're both in the Philippines. Everybody knows where Brian lives. If he's got a problem with Brian, just get on the ferry and go to Bohol and confront Brian. I don't get these people that's in the Philippines and will not go and confront Brian saying he's a scammer, he's done this, but yet they're all keyboard warriors, but yet will not face him. I don't get it. Just don't get it.
Well,
Like,
and he's doing the same as Brian. He's farming. He's showing videos. To quote their term, he's self-begging as much as anybody else on YouTube, and he's got
Yeah.
a Patreon and a PayPal account on his page for you to
Yeah.
send him money.
yeah, but yet they're you know what's so bad, Bill? They're calling Brian a scammer, but yet they're all doing the same thing. You know, like when Frank come on my live stream saying Jeff took his $80 and didn't show him no receipt, no nothing. In other words, he stole Frank's money. That's
Yeah.
the way I took it. I might be wrong, but he took Frank's money because basically Frank said he blocked him. So I took it that he stole Frank's money.
And any receipts for
Yeah.
the money that he said he was raising for the Julie's boy.
Yeah. Well,
They
you
sent
know,
him.
here's my thing, Bill. Now, like I say, I don't know Frank, but why would Frank lie? Because, you know, I can see that Frank had a YouTube channel and wanted drama to get more followers and views on his channel, just like Severe when he said Jeff never paid for that lawyer. Why would he lie?
Yeah.
What is Severe and Frank going to gain or lose out of this? You know what I mean?
Well, and not only that, Frank wasn't a big fan of us, was he?
No, that's true.
So,
Yeah, you know, he was our troll, but yeah, he come on my channel rapping about Jeff. So that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. I take it Jeff stole his money. I think that's what he done. Stole Frank's money. He needed the money. For a man who's got all these pesos, all these millions of pesos, why is he taking people, strangers' money off the internet? X-Pax form for a plane ticket, getting money from Frank, which if anybody wants to give a YouTuber money, that's their business. I ain't got no problems with that. But when a man says he will never, ever monetize his channel and then gets it monetized, that tells you right there he's a liar.
yeah.
Yep, sure is. Hey, I've just got to say this. I wasn't going to say it, but I will. So, a few years ago, Opie drove Elaine to her solicitor because she was making a new will. Anyhow, when they were heading home, Elaine said to, Ophelia that she wants to make up a profile, put a name in the dating site. And this is where Opie said, don't, sister, because Jeff finds out, he'll kill you.
Yeah.
So he would kill her. He would have. So Opie said, just wait till Jeff passed away, and then you can make up a new dating profile. So that to me demonstrates clearly that the marriage, now we know that his former wife is not a happy
Wait a minute,
household.
Tony. Hold on, Tony. You said Elaine? You said Elaine or Opie?
No. Opie drove Elaine to the solicitor for Elaine to make a new will up.
Okay.
Yeah, no, this is Elaine that wants a new dating profile.
Okay.
Name, etc. Yeah, Elaine. So Ophelia said, don't do that because Jeff finds out, you're screwed.
Yeah.
Wouldn't end well. And
So
that was a
what?
few years ago. And, you know, like, it's obviously there's been some change in the household, who owned the house and all that sort of thing, and some conditions on the will. But for Elaine to think about that, it's a pretty foolish thing to do. But
Yeah.
he's also telling Opie that she's not happy with Jeff either at the same time.
Well, yeah,
so,
Tony.
You know.
Here's my thing. If Jeff is like that in person, like the way he is on YouTube, I would be unhappy. You know, in a way, you kind of got to feel sorry for Elaine, and then in a way, you can't feel sorry for Elaine because she lets him do the stuff that he does. You know, talking about.
I did used to feel sorry for her, but not anymore.
Yeah, well, yeah, because Jeff said something about little Charlie when they was going somewhere there in Australia. And Elaine didn't say nothing. She should have said, Jeff, shut up. Quit talking about that child. You know, if Jeff's got a problem with Brian, fine. Brian's a big boy. He can take care of himself.
But Stacey, let's go one further than that. Let's go back to time when Julie and Simon was in hospital and their son was in a hospital bed, that he only had 50-50 of either pulling through or surviving, and he did survive, thankfully.
Yes.
And that Jeff was playing police detective, was Julian Simon. And now the question, you either say yes or no. Now, at ASAP, you're going to go down to the PMP and we're going to press charges against Brian Smith. Now, I'm sorry, but that was the very, very low point.
Yep.
Because Julian Simon certainly wouldn't be thinking about suing Brian Smith, Brian at that time. They're whining about their bloody son. And they did it in a hospital, it wasn't a live stream. There was a video or live stream, I can't remember. And then Simon said, I'm very angry and all that. See, Jeff would have phoned him before all that and said, this is what you're going to say. Yeah. That's what Jeff does. And so they carried on. Now, here's another scenario. In Ophelia House, today I've proven the house in her name. So that's all been proven today.
Yeah.
That she let out a room for Julie, Simon, and the two kids. For over 3 years, it was rent free. And the reason why Ophelia did that is so they can get ahead in life. And she felt that because Zach has got a medical condition, he needs 24/7 care.
Yeah.
That's what it's about. Now, Jeff came out swinging in his videos and said that Ophelia kicked Julian Simon out on the streets. No, she didn't. What happened there, she had a tenant in the main house. There was a dispute on the electricity bill because there's only one electricity meter. Opie just turned, and the family behind the house, Opie's house, they're all family, they witnessed Simon yelling and screaming and swearing at the tenant, and they moved out, and rightly so. So Opie said, right, Julie, you, Simon, better organise a new electricity meter connection, which you'll get free of charge because Simon works in the electricity company that supply meters and all that, part of their employment conditions. So Jeff came out swinging saying that Opie put him out the street. Now, it's either Julie's telling a lie and told Jeff that's what Opie did, or Jeff, as usual, telling more lies and trying to portray that Opie's a very bad lady.
Yeah.
So, now Simon's in Australia. He's working. Good on him. Good on him. He's getting ahead in life. And we do have shortage of specialised work in Australia at the moment. But anyhow, that's the federal government to sort out. But this is the sort of thing that Jeff is very happy to go on social media and spread misinformation and lies. He's very good at that. You're right, Stacey.
So, I'll just put a picture up. I wonder whether you know.
Picture.
That there, Jeff talks about that. That's his house in the Philippines, in Cordova.
Let me look, Bill. I'll zoom in.
Yeah, that's the house I was talking about, Tony. That one right there.
That one there, that's not Jeff's house at all. No, he doesn't own a house in the Philippines. No.
Yeah,
that's the one he talks
Tony, that's
about.
right.
No, that's not his house.
Yeah, that was on his Facebook page.
Oh, well. Well,
But that's what kept throwing me for a loop. Why is he paying rent, motel fees and everything if he's got a house in the Philippines? That's what I couldn't understand.
He doesn't have a house in Philippines. See, Stacey, I don't know if you're around, but you know the land in Bohol, that was just a verbal agreement between Elaine and her mum. And that land can be contested by any family members from here on, well, any time, because there's no official agreement on that land. So this is the one that you said, that's right, you were talking about the rice and the yield and all that. So, again, it's just that house there, that's not Jeff or Elaine's. No.
Oh, okay, I got you.
I put Boyd's comment up there. I don't know if you can see that, Tony.
Boyd, where are we? Yeah, I'm just looking at it now.
I've put it on the screen. I don't know if you can see your screen.
No, I can see. What is Jeff's actual reputation over there, the Philippines, with the family? What do they think of him? Yeah, boy, they don't think of him highly at all, because I exposed them what Jeff was doing, using family member names that they're going to go and attack Brian. So the only one over there that it would be half reputation would be Julie. Simon's in Australia and Julie, but the rest, no, the reputation's not real good at all, mate. Yeah, not good at all. So it's he's they know what he's like, put it that way.
I think, when they go, they only go round with him when he's going to take people out for something to eat.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. You know, like, Opie and I have we send money over in the past to Julian Simon, her sisters over there, to go away on day trips and all that, buy food and all that sort of thing. They always thanked us for that. They're really appreciative. But Jeff wouldn't do that. He wouldn't do that to them. So Opie and I, we're both pretty compassionate type of people. We do show a bit of compassion. You know, Philippines is a very difficult country. I'm divided, but then I'm not. Some parts of the Philippines, I call it developing. Other parts, it'd be third world country. And they got a long way to go to bring it up to the standard. But with a population of 130 million people, that population is really going to boom because people are just breeding like rabbits over there. And so it's certainly a different...
part of the church having too much influence on the government, isn't it? They used to have family planning, which they don't have now. But that's what I was told, that, you know, they could have family planning.
Yeah, but I think, you know, the other part about the Philippine government's all level part of the government over there are quite corrupt as well. So they seem to be looking after themselves over there. But, you know, you got people working like slaves.
My impression is if the general public, the best people in the world, they're the kind of giving, and yet the ones in power,
Yeah, but
I know the
I
times
think
I've been there, they want to feed you. I couldn't believe it. Everything went out anywhere. They wanted to.
Did you say feed? Yeah, they're happy to feed you over
Yeah.
there. They love their food and they love their religion. They're very religious over there,
Yeah.
and
They definitely.
I think what it is, a lot of people poor over there, so they turn into God and to religion to give them hope, and we just want a bit more wealth. I think that's why they're quite religious compared to Australia. I mean, Australia, we're not all that religious at all. I mean, we do have the Catholics and a few others, but you know, if you look at the ratio, the number, like the percentage of people of Australian going to church every week compared to the Philippines, I reckon 90% of the population of the Philippines will go to some sort of church service every week, and that's their a day out, and then they come home, have a big feast, a food and a gathering, a family time. They're very strong family orientated people, the Filipinos really are, big family.
Which is surprising that Jeff is not. Though he's part, you know, he goes on how much he knows about Filipino culture.
Well, yeah, but I think he just doesn't want to know, or just being naive or pretending to know. But what really surprised me about Jeff, that he is so racist, but his wife or former wife is a Filipino and he's a Kiwi. And I just shake my head.
Jeff is racist all the time, except when he's around people that he's racist against, and then he's a quiet little man that doesn't say anything. But he never said anything about Gary because Gary was stood next to him.
Yeah, but you know, he says some pretty nasty things about Gary Martin. The racist remarks, they're pretty brutal.
Yeah, but he wouldn't say it to his face.
Well,
very racist.
Gary Martin is a pretty solid bloke, and Jeff is like a toothpick for him. He was just pushing over with his finger. You know, so you know, there's no reason. This is why there's so much hatred out in the world when you've got people like Jeff spreading hatred and lies and misinformation and bullshit. And you know, it all comes down to very basic, fundamental in life, and that is you need to respect people, love one another in the partner, wife, whatever, and just, you know, live your life to your full extent. But Jeff is just based on jealousy. He's a very jealous man. He's got a very negative outlook in life. I think he's bored. So he's on the computer trolling and trying to have competition with Alpino fucking plants in his place versus mine. Two different countries, two different weather conditions, two different
planting conditions. He's gone for compost and good for soil for the garden centres, which is different from the soil in the land in the Philippines.
Yep.
Yep. Now, I'm just going to quickly read this out to you guys. It's one of Ophie's sister in the Philippines, and she made this comment. So she looks after Ophelia's house in the Philippine Cordova. It's a small, low-set house, 2 bedrooms, and the house was given to Opie by the parents. Then what happened? At the house, supposed to be having renters already, and in fact deposit for 2 months, but discovered that the electric meter's being used by 2 family. These situations became chaos because Simon insists that he owns the electric meter because he's working at the McCann Electric Company, and he wants to just repay the balance of the bill when it arrives. But the renters disagree. Simon and his family moved out another house without telling telling Ophelia. It was their decision to move out, not hers. So basically, a 3-bedroom house, I should say, because I do remember a 3-bedroom. So basically, the sister lives behind Opie, witnessed the dispute between Simon and the renters, and his attitude towards him was unprofessional, and that resulted Opie losing tenant. So therefore, consequently, Simon and Julie got the shits with the whole thing, and Opie advised them, well, you got 2 choices. You either put the electricity meter on and sort that out, or you can always move out, but when you move out, make sure the place is clean. Well, they moved out all right, found a place to pay 7,000 peso a month. They didn't clean up very well at all. It was a pigsty. But that's okay. We'll remember that, me and Opie. And we looked after them very well. So it's amazing that when they have a little dispute, Simon's he's a bit hot-headed type of person. His interpersonal skills could be improved, and he could have handled the situation a lot better, but he didn't. And he did tell the tenant, I actually own the house, which is all false, it's Opie. So it's a bit of a shameful thing, but that's okay. We've got 2 separate tenants now in the house, and it's all going well. Okay. Have I lost someone? Keep on. You've fallen asleep, haven't you? You've fallen asleep.
It's 2:30 here. So yeah, 2:30. Chinese dentist here. Yeah. Would you get that, Stacey, if I said it was Chinese dentist time here?
Chinese what, Bill?
Chinese dentist time here. 2:30.
Yeah. I'm over here on the eBag and Ozzy channel.
Are you?
Yeah, right. Let me show you. That's his channel. Buffering. It's called buffering. Well,
I'm sure your name's going to be raised quite a few times on that live stream, Stacey. You're pretty famous over there.
yeah, that's why I was looking. That's why I got quiet. No mention of me on this channel. I was looking for Dan. I've seen if he's going to mention me on here, but I don't see nothing from Dan nowhere. No mention of my name nowhere.
See, William been talking about corruption, about me being corrupt for quite a while. He's done nothing with it. Same as Jeff. He's apparently phoned me work and all this shit. Nothing's happened. They don't know. They haven't received any such phone calls. Or, the whole thing between Jeff and William and all the clowns out there, it's all smoke and mirrors. It really is smoke and mirrors. Yeah. And, they're very good throwing mud, but if you're going to say something and if you're going to make allegation against someone, you need to back it up. See, this the part Jeff thought he was clever. He said, Tony told me he's corrupt. You know whose my witness was? Elaine. So what he did, he thrown Elaine on the bus.
Yep.
Oh, Jesus Christ, Jeffrey! Hey, Jeffrey, bring it on, Skippy. She'll be in the witness box. She's going to be in the witness box doing a it's etc. And you know, and while we're talking about Boyd question earlier on, that all the family doesn't want Jeff there in the family. That's the family. Some of the family is trying to avoid him because they just don't like him. Full stop. So Boyd, his reputation is shit.
Yeah, Tony. Good. I'm glad you brought that up. Now, when I went there, of course, me and her got a house. It's nothing fancy. It's not no big mansion. It's just a little small house. 2-bedroom, 1 bath. Because don't need nothing fancy. And but when I'm there, I'll say it. Our house, her dad's house, I got places to stay if I wanted to. I went over there in 2015, 2016, and 2019.
Yep.
When I went in 2016, we rented a motel room one time. That was it. Or when I got ready to go home, we might rent a room at Cebu or something for the night. But other than that, I don't stay.
Yeah.
We don't pay for a motel. Not when her family's there. Stay at her dad's place, stay at our house. So I got places to stay without paying for a motel. So why doesn't Jeff stay at anybody's house?
Yeah, there's a question on Trent Higgins. How you going, Trent? I think you're a legend too. You're a legend. What are you saying? Billy Pong. No, Tony, is Jeff still saying that his house? Yeah, that's Opie's house in Cordova. It's the island of McCann. Billy Pong. And Jeff did say quite a number of times that he owns the house there, but he doesn't. There you go. So the other one that Bill puts up, the 2-story one, that's not Jeff's house at all. Not at all. So
Tony, I'm glad you brought that up. That house that Bill showed up, that 2-story house,
Yep.
He went to a building there, something, trying to get the squalors out of there. Yeah, that house right there. But he never talks about it no more.
Yeah, but Stacey, I reckon he's got that photo from the local real estate for sale company. Got a photo of that and saying that's my house. There you go.
Yeah.
Or Google Earth. Oh no, that wouldn't be Google Earth because that's be inside the boundary. It does have a timestamp on the photo, but no, certainly not his house. That's for sure. Maybe he was planning to buy it. He might have been planning to buy it.
Yeah.
But it's a so I don't know. He's Opie doesn't know that house at all either. She says no, it's not his either.
He might have taken a picture because a lot of his he always seems to have a timestamp on his photos. Always wrong. But yeah, because he never been able to work out the clock and that on it. But yeah, so he could have taken a picture of that. But to me, it seems very odd that that's all blocked in.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. If that was his house, even though it's not his house, it would have to be in Elaine's house. It looks like he could still go to that house. You know what I mean? It's just like me when I go to the Philippines. Somebody saying I can't go to that house. I spent a lot of money on that house. I'm going to the house, regardless. If I have to crawl over the fence, I'm getting to that house.
See, if Opie and I go over the Philippines, and if there's tenants in the house, we'll just stay in the hotel somewhere.
Yeah,
that's understandable, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's what we would do but we'd go in and say, "G'day, how you going?" They'll probably give a list of maintenance or wish list, and fuck yeah, right, yeah, okay, and do what we got to do. So, but yeah, if we go over there and it's occupied fully, then we would stay in a hotel and it's we've got plenty of things to do while we're over there anyhow.
And Jeff
Yeah.
says he never stays in.
I got the international driver
with the people.
Yeah. I won't forget one night. See, I got the international driver's license, so we hired one of those Toyota Tarago people mover. They're only supposed to fit in 8. Anyhow, the kids and the cousins and all that, they said, "Hey, Uncle, could you take us out tonight? We want to go see Cebu City." Yeah, no worries, Anyhow, Opie sat in the front seat next to me. Anyhow, right at 8. No, Tony, there's more coming. I counted, there was 16 of us. Supposed to be 8, 16. I looked at Opie and I said, "Fuck, I'm not fucking driving." I said, "Bloody the coppers pulled me over. I'll get in the shit." He said, No, don't worry about that. They don't worry about that in the Philippines. Anyhow, she was right, because there's 20 people sitting in the back of a Toyota Hilux or Mitsubishi Triton, that's hanging off the side on the highway. And anyhow, took them over the new bridge. From there, 90 peso each way to Cebu City. Got in there, fucking busy, mopeds everywhere. But I kept cool in me driving, just go with the flow. You just pull out in front of someone, that's how they drive over there. Anyhow, I got in the markers, and all these young kids begging for money. They had nothing. They were scruffy looking, long hair. And I felt sorry, so I gave them a bit of money. Coins? Fucking worse than ever, mate. There's 20 or 30 of them came. I had to go we got in the van, and they're hanging off the van while I'm driving off, wanting their money. And Opie said, "That's your lesson learned. Don't give them money." But anyhow, it's a different world.
When you come from a Western culture,
Yep.
where suddenly you get there and you can't believe it, can you? And I remember being in a taxi and stopped, and a little kid came up to the window, and I just dropped it down, put some few paper. The next minute, the cab's surrounded.
Yep. It's like. And I specialise in buildings. That's my role. And, mate, it was just 4x2 timber, 3-story high, no tie downs, nothing. And just standing up there in the city, and roof iron sheets just tacked on a couple of nails. And that's their way of living over there. So it's compared to England, like yourself, and Australia and America, you got very high standards in building. But over there, it's different.
Well, I definitely wouldn't drive in the city. I wouldn't. I went up into the north part of the Philippines, up into Isabela. I would probably drive there on when it's a bit smaller. I can remember being in a taxi in Cebu. The guy wanted to pull across the road to turn round, and we were sat waiting, and then it was quite a long time, and then the car behind us rammed us to get by.
Hey Bill, you remember the time I took Jeff's advice seriously? He said, "Don't you get in a taxi in the Philippines? They'll drug your drink up. You're going to drink the drink. You'll pass out, and they'll take out your kidneys and your body organs out, and they'll dump you in the ditch." So I didn't want to risk that. That's why I hire a vehicle. I didn't want to risk my life. I took Jeff. Hang on. Hand the heart, Jeff says. I only tell the truth.
He really,
only the truth.
To me, that's a urban legend.
Yeah, I know.
How would they know your blood type?
Yeah.
You have to know your blood type.
So I took Jeffrey's advice very seriously. I thought he's got a point. Oh Jesus, he come up some good stories, old Jeff. So,
Jeff is
well,
a good story. Yeah,
yeah,
he is a good storyteller. I love it when he's drunk.
yeah. Especially when he's
yeah,
drunk.
yeah. But it's funny, over there, when I was driving through the city and all around the places, there's no road rules, really. Couple of traffic lights and so
Well, I think
it's
the
funny.
biggest vehicle wins, I think, isn't it?
Yeah, but there's no RBT, random breath testing vans or speed cameras or handheld radar. Then you always got to look at the side mirrors all the time because they come in the inside and you're going to turn left and you don't want to collect them. But all the time I only saw one car hitting a moped, and I expecting to see 20, 30 accidents a day. Not at all. That really surprised me.
I know.
And
I think they drive very defensively.
yeah, they know how to use the horn too. They're just amazing over there. Yep. Now you got to go to bed, Bill.
I'm probably okay. It's Sunday Sunday now.
Yeah, right. You probably want to go to bed before you go and Gary live stream, wouldn't you?
Well, before you get a couple of hours of sleep before Gary's live stream. I was hoping he'd come on, maybe, but maybe not seen a notification.
Yeah, I'm just going to scan the comments. And Trent, you're a legend. Yeah, he's good. Yeah, I've done Boyd. Van's been on. It's me. Say good day to him. Dave been on. Steve Hartford. Yeah, he's good. Yeah. This is basically confirming.
I think Marvin had a few drinks.
Yeah, Marvin had a word. So if anyone want to come up, Griffiths, yeah, he's there. Now, Dave, what are you doing upsetting Willie boy, eh? Come on, Dave. Fucking, he gave it to Dave too the other day. I saw the comment, went, wow.
Did you get his live stream to work, Stacey, the midget?
Let me go over here.
It was just cycling round.
Yeah.
Oh, sick grandpa been on here. Haven't seen him for a while. No, sick grandpa probably on holidays, is he? On a 5-star hotel somewhere in the islands.
It's still buffering.
It's still buffering.
Maybe
Jesus Christ, he's gonna hate that, eh? He's made no income today. Poof.
Yeah.
He'll have to sell the pig to make the shortfall. Sell
he
the pig.
will. Yeah, I'm see if anybody gets to now.
He's an interesting sort of character, William. Anyhow, so he's got high blood pressure. He was saying a while ago, and I think he's a smoker. So,
well, he was a smoker at one time because he had a cigarette in his mouth when he took a picture on Facebook. Oh
yeah, that's right. He's probably eating too much pork. That doesn't help either. Pork.
I got one mention. Stacey, some person named Life. Stacey has kind of arms. He is not a threat to anyone. Who am I trying to threat? I'm not threatening nobody.
Well, it's clear he says it all the time. Come on the gate. Oh, send me your address. Send me your telephone number. Oh, you only have to get a Jeff. Jeff, you got the wrong one.
Jeff ain't got my phone number. he got my dad's house number, which has been disconnected since 2015.
when you look at it, only that address in that format only comes up in Florida.
Yeah, the one that D-Baby already put up, I have no clue where that is. Don't have a
But
clue.
that address, the only address that he put was in Florida. So poor old Dan's going all the way to Florida.
So if it's in Florida, well, good luck. Well, heck, you still drive right by my house to get to Florida.
I like when I like when Jeff was supposed to be ringing one of your uncles or Rally's, Stacey, and he was ringing some chick in California.
Yeah, that was.
I got the phone number on Google. Yeah, right. Internet search not always accurate, Jeff.
I had all my brothers live right here next to me, except one. That is about 30, 40 minutes away from me. But the rest of my brothers live right here.
Get everything. I love it when I first started on at him, and he got goes, and then I was a Scouser. I'm about 300 miles from Liverpool. Never been anywhere near the place. And then for the guy, which was a producer, a film, TV documentary producer, that made a series. So he thought I was this guy, and he was going to out me to the BBC.
Yeah.
Told me the wrong name. He was saying my name. He'd obviously, this chap has got a Facebook page, and and I know a Facebook page got a picture of his cat. Just wouldn't out the cat. He wouldn't dox the cat.
Oh yeah, Jeff would definitely dox that cat. If he could find you, he would definitely dox that cat.
I think the best classic moments when Bill went on to Jeff's live stream, got in, and then halfway through he changed the avatar, his symbol, showing Jeff eating a dick. And Jeff was looking at that, right? Didn't know what to say. He said, "Now, how can I help you?"
Michael went to click on the button. He said, "Michael didn't do anything."
So, I think the other memorable live stream is when you had Stacey and Doc M, and Jeff was abusing shit out of them. And they were cool and pretty, calm. And all you can hear, Johnny's on, "Jeff, settle down. Come on, quiet down. Settle down. Just let me talk. Come on, Jeff, stop there, yeah." Even Johnny and Simon cannot control Jeff.
I know it.
What a shit show. It was a shit show.
He goes to Doc M, and you've even got a Freddie Mercury moustache and a cowboy hat. How good do you get?
Yeah, what a shit show that was. So, as I said earlier this morning, that when Jeff is not winning, he gets very aggressive with the racism and all that, because he lost control of the situation. That's all it is. That's all it is. And when you lose control of the situation, what he's doing, he's only just damaging his reputation even further.
Yep.
So now, the good thing about all this now with Jeff, that a lot of us have been victims, and so is Aoife and my mum were victims, and bullying, harassment. We made some pretty good friendship out of this. Like Stacey's a good bloke, Wild Bill, he's great. Gary, we all communicate. We made some friendship out of this.
Yep.
So a negative turns to a positive.
Yep.
So,
now, Tony, if you listen to all three of us, now, when I logged out, Marvin was on there. You see how calm we are. Nobody's screaming. Nobody's using a lot of nasty, filthy words. No racist words. We're all calm. But you listen how Jeff talks. Every other word is a nasty, vile, just plain and vile and nasty. That's just Jeff for you.
Right. That's Jeff, and exactly right. And so more and more people will listen to us, and because we're discussing through the issues that we've experienced and what Jeff's done and all that, and at the end of the day, the three of us here in the panel and all the people on the chat, probably except Harry. Harry's been in, but he didn't have the guts to come up. But he's afraid. But we all here are better people than Jeff. That's true. So it's we wouldn't lower ourselves to his level. So
to be better than Jeff.
Since never wins, he always been aggressive. Yeah, so Tony is saying, I'm just looking at the comment on Ben. So Tony is saying, since never wins, he is always aggressive, like he's going to do something. Well, Fan, let me say this to you, that when he's losing the battle, he resorts to falsehood allegations against people like myself. So for me, falsehood is allegation I'm corrupt in my employment. The false allegation against Ophelia, he's made it, and I've meant to say it earlier today, that she had an affair with while her husband, late husband Ralph, was terminally ill. Set that on YouTube. Now, that's what Jeff says. See, this is what he does. He resorts to falsehood allegations and make up bullshit and stories and lies. That hoping. See, what Jeff thought he was going to do with me, but he thought wrong, and that is trying to silence me. I'm not going to be silent. You're not going to control myself or Stacey or Bill or Opie or Van, everybody. You're not going to tell us what we can and can't do.
Nope.
That's what he said already. When he said he was going to make Stacey famous, he was trying to say, stop. It's like with anything. A lot what he does.
Yep.
He's give out your address and all this.
Yep. So Jeff's got a very poor record of telling the truth or backing information up. So, for example, okay, he might say, Ophelia had an affair with the late husband Ralph while he's terminally ill. Okay, where's the evidence? Oh, I'm pretty sure I saw her in the motel somewhere. Okay. Which motel? What makes you think that? So my corruption at work, I don't think Jeff doesn't really know what I actually do at work and exactly what my position description is. Except what he thinks I take bribes, gifts and all that all the time. Because people need my signature. That's what he come up with. So, of course. That's what I said today. I don't do corruption. I don't believe in it. It's wrong. I got nothing to worry about. So I'm just letting Jeff play the game. And it's going to come to the point of time when I will take legal avenue action. That's what I'm going to say. And, you know, and yet Jeff, see, it's amazing. Jeff keeps saying, I got the power and I got the budget. I'm sorry, Jeff, you haven't got any power because all the allegation you made to innocent people have been falsehood. You haven't got the power. The only power you got, Jeff, is how to treat people like shit. That's the only thing you're capable of doing, and making nasty allegations. And you don't have the budget because Elaine's the financial control of the household. You're just a welfare bum. That's it. And if you don't like it, me saying you're a welfare bum, well, think about you telling people that I'm a corrupt public servant. You call me corrupt public servant, from now on, I'm going to call you're just a welfare bum. That's all you are, Jeff. You're nothing but just a welfare bum. That's it.
Yeah, that's all he is, Tony. Because that's what I was saying earlier when he said he would never ever get his channel monetized for any reason. Then he said somebody said that you should get your channel monetized to send money to the Philippines. Well, he doesn't talk about that no more. He doesn't show receipts, documents, or nothing.
Yep. And, you know, so you know, like, it's, but, you know, at the end of the day, Jeff, just let me get this up. Let me say this to you, Jeff, a personal message to you, a personal message. Jeff, whatever Ophi's doing with her life is none of your business. Okay, you're not the husband.
Nope.
And, you know, as far as I'm concerned, sorry, Stacey, I'm going to say this word. Jeff, you know what? You can fuck off out of Ophi's life and mind your own fucking business. Simple as that. We don't want to listen to people who are welfare bum. So, as I said, Jeff, you call me a corrupt public servant, whatever you think I am, from here on, I'm just going to refer you as a welfare bum. That's all you are. Prove me wrong, otherwise. I don't know what your thoughts are on that, Bill, Stacey, but from now on,
I think
welfare
we
bum.
need to see. We need to.
You want to see some real tests that I had before you were fucking born, and you think
Okay.
that think you.
Oh my goodness! Oh, seriously, shit! Oh, Jeff, please, he's coming. He's doing he's doing a strip now, Vic.
Fucking born, you little.
Okay.
Never done that. These are tribal tattoos that were given to me by my tribe that I had to get permission from the elders of our tribe. And you go down to the fucking local tattoo shop and you
please, he's coming. He's doing a strip now, Vic.
fucking born, you little.
Okay. 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 Please, he's coming.
So, can I say, did I hear correctly? I'm sorry, I'm deaf. I wear 2 hearing aids. So, sometimes I might mishear things. But didn't Jeff say the other day he doesn't do anything stupid on the internet?
Yep. That's what he said.
You answered my question. I just looked at that. That was a pretty stupid thing to do. But anyhow, so that's all right. My hearing is perfect. Thank you, Stacey.
All right, Andy.
Andy. Oh, Andy. Jeff got him.
Hey, Andy, you got to show us your face before we let you up, mate.
He's up.
And you got to show us your bank card. Isn't that Jeff's security question? You got to show your face and your Medicare card and all your ID before you can get up.
I think
Yeah. Where are we? I love that clip. That's funny. Yeah. Okay. So basically, I've covered a fair bit today, and it's what I've done is trash out his misinformation to on the YouTube community. And that's what I call it, YouTube community. And so I've trashed out all the misinformation, put some few things straight, the record straight. I'm hoping that he's going to go quiet, but he might.
I'm hoping it's going to bring him back drunk.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, if you guys keep saying we love your free entertainment, he probably won't come back. So just don't say any more about free entertainment. He might come back. You don't know, but yeah.
I have got some stuff planned for the midget, so
you can always work on him.
Yeah.
No,
I've got some ideas to do to get some entertainment out of him.
Yeah. I think what you should do in your next video, Bill, is type in the Crime Misconduct Commission headquarters building, and we just want to make sure that the entrance won't be too big for him, because he'll just look like walking in as an ant. He's a very small man. So he's another character, just like Jeff. I don't know. I got asked this question. Did think about it a while ago. I asked Sophie. She's not aware, but could William and Jeff be related somehow, like half brothers or half cousins, or
well, they're half men.
That's for sure.
I'll tell you what, if they're somehow related, I'll just piss myself laughing. But anyhow, just William and GD, like Jeff, they're both identical with the attitude.
Come
on, Andy.
Am I audio?
Yeah.
We can hear you now, Andy.
Okay, Bill. Right, I couldn't figure out why I was on here. Sorry. But I was also actually interested in Big Tone's story.
You like it, Andy, do you? I'm happy then.
Tone, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah, Andy, we can hear you.
We can hear. I can hear you. 10 out of 10 on deaf. So you passed my hearing test.
No,
yeah, I've got the red. Oh, hey, mate, I've got the red horse going too. See that?
Yeah.
You want to have one?
No, I don't need one of those. I leave that to the fella up there in what's his name? Van. he does a bit of Van. He does a bit of Red. Oh, I like that mother. Yeah, I like a bit. Tony, I'm particularly interested in the oh fuck. I live on an island here. I can't even fucking think of where I live. Mactan. Mactan. Now, Ben, shut the fuck up. I live on Mactan, and it's the southern part of Mactan that I have a particular interest in, and it was always my fantasy to go down and figure out where you live. Well, actually, it was the place where the idiot claimed he owned on that piece of block of land. That, well, yeah, you probably know the story. Are you okay with that?
Yeah, so you're talking about the block of land that Bohol or in one in Cordova?
No, we're talking about Cordova. Yeah.
Okay. Right.
Actually, it was Wild Bill that pinpointed the place where I was trying to locate where the casino idiot claimed he owned.
Okay. When you have a sleep and sober up, the first 20 minutes of the live stream, I went through some great details about the land on Bohol and in Cordova that OFI owns. I even showed the sketch plans, the title, everything. It's all on the live stream. The one in Cordova is ownership is in OFI, full stop. Okay. Despite what Jeff thinks. The one in Bohol, Elaine asked her mum about that land and she wanted that land, so there was only a verbal agreement between the mum and Elaine. There was no an official agreement on paper, on signatures or anything like that at all. So what that means, any of the family could contest that land and they'd be wanting their share. That could potentially can happen. That's the land that I think I'm talking about. Is where Jeff's saying he's making 8 million peso a year in rice crops or whatever you want to call it.
I think Andy's talking about when Jeff was in the Philippines last year, he did a video of him on the side of the road with the guy that got stabbed there, and they were in front of a plot of land that the local authorities were coming to bulldozer.
Oh yeah,
place down. I think that's what Andy, and I think that.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, I don't know. So that could be owned by. Yeah, I don't know whether that's owned by Airline or not. I can't say. I have to ask Sophie, look at that, but I don't know, mate. I don't know what that's about. Yeah, it wasn't far where that fellow got stabbed. It's just there. In fact, they interviewed the same bloke that got stabbed. So I'm not too sure, mate.
But Jeff had never met.
Just hang on. Hang on. Just hang 5. I'm going to get a confirmation on that now, or just in the next minute. But Andy, I just want to post something from the Midgets page, Facebook. You do that. Okay. You do that, and then I'll get an answer back to you.
So this is when the Midget joined the RAF or whatever it is in there. That's him there. He stood up there.
Bill, where is he?
It's this one here. Look, from the right, he's the third one in second row. You'll notice him because he's a lot shorter than the rest.
Oh, that little fellow.
Yeah, he's not sat down. He stood up.
Yeah. Yeah, I can see the little fella there.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
He said he was 5'8". 5'8" if he was stood on a step ladder.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, I can see the little fella.
He's a wee little fella, isn't he? Hey,
Yeah.
little wee little fella.
Okay.
Oh,
got a question here on hibiscus tea, and it's a pretty good question. Ophi is the youngest. Yeah, Ophi is the youngest of the family, so most was passed down to her. Originally was going to give it to the only son, but the parents didn't want to give it to the son because his wife wasn't a very nice lady, like their daughter-in-law wasn't very nice to her, so therefore it was handed down to Ophelia, and she's the youngest there. So it normally goes to the son, but they didn't like his wife at all. She had no respect to the family, and that's why it was handed down to Ophi. Joey Stewart, hi Tony, g'day Joey. Never seen you before. Anyhow, that's good. Keyboard, yeah, I'll just keep going. I'm just about to get the answer. Wasn't Willie a firefighter in the Air Force? Yes, he was, my understanding. Defence Force? Well, he did say he based at Amberley Air Base, which is just west of Ipswich, so he was there for a few years apparently. Just getting some info and I'll give it to you guys, and then
he
just going through
the only fires that were
Yeah, to be honest, Tony, I was never interested in any of the extended family, if you can understand where I'm coming from. I was always my problem was always with that dickhead in Casino, and the way he treated people, and he slagged other people off.
Yeah.
Okay. I've got an answer for that for you, Andy, about that land. Yes, that's they own the land beside the road where they bought a land next to Auntie Valley. That's in the family.
Are you talking about the land that was on? The only way I can remember it now is on the CCLEX.
Yeah.
Are you talking about that part of the land?
Well, if you go there regularly, you should see a new house being built there at the moment.
Who built it?
No, what's that?
A new house was built.
Yeah, what it is, it's a Julie and Simon. They're building a new house there, and they're going to,
Hold that again. You said it. Give me the name again.
So
Julie
and Simon. You know Julie and Simon?
No, I don't know that.
Okay, that's Ophi, that's her niece, Julie, and Simon. They're yeah, you still with me or not?
Yeah, I was still with you. I mean, I'm very interested because I can go up there today.
Okay, we'll go past there. You should see a new house being built. What now Julian Simon building the house. Eleanor owns that land, but the condition is our understanding they got to build an extra room for Elaine as they're building.
No,
they're building.
Tone, hold tight. You say Eleanor owns that land?
Elaine.
Or you mean the idiot in Casino?
Yeah, Elaine Casino.
She owns the land?
Yeah, you're right.
Tony, just put me right. Elaine is the owner of the land in Casino?
No.
Yeah. That's the airline we're talking about. That airline, yeah.
Okay, can you pinpoint the land where she owns?
I can't pinpoint it here now.
Well, you can, because have you heard of the application called Three Wide Words?
Yeah. Okay, so Airline owned the house casino. She owns this land you're talking about in the...
Wait. Sorry, Tony. Sorry, mate. She owns the house in where?
Casino.
Oh, that's fucking Australia. Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry. All right. Yeah. Okay. And we're talking about Philippines here, aren't we?
We're talking about who?
Talk about the land that Jeff reckons they own in Cordova. The house he owns in
Cordova. Yes. And there's a new house being built there now, under construction.
In where?
Oh, I'll dig up the. I haven't got a.
No, Tone. We're talking Philippines. Are we talking Cordova?
You're talking Cordova, right? Okay, keep going.
Where is the house being built?
In Cordova. I don't know exactly what street it is on.
Oh, okay, man. Okay,
you know what street it's on?
And who owns the property in Cordova?
The land only where the house is currently being built is Airline.
We're talking about the idiot's wife is building a fucking house in Cordova. Am I right?
Correct. No, Trent, that pink plywood house, whatever you're talking about, inside, that house is Ophelius.
Tony, you're not making sense here.
I think it's because you're half pissed and you're tired.
Ophelia's house, hang on, hold tight, built.
The is bear with me.
Ophelia is building a house in Cordova.
No, Julie's building a house in Cordova on Elaine's land.
Okay. And Andy, stick with me. Yeah, Andy, stick with me. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Andy,
Yes,
stick
sir.
with me.
Yes,
Stick
sir.
with me and listen.
Okay.
Now, Ophelia. Now, Ophelia owns a house in Cordova and Pilipong that is an existing house on existing land. Okay, and you're outside of it, you'll see pink in colour. So that's Ophelia House. So in an existing property with a pre-existing house on it. That's one part is in Opie's name. Now, the other one is stop, listen carefully, please. Elaine owns a land in Cordova, which is beside a road. And if you go past there, you will see a house that is under construction. It's in construction phase. And Julian Simon's going to live in there eventually, and they're building another room. So when Elaine comes from Australia, she can go in there and have her own room, which I have to say is a pretty fair proposition, because at the end of the day, she owns the land. Julian Simon will build the house, and they're going to build an extra bedroom, I'm assuming a ensuite bathroom as well.
Yeah, well, what Bill is showing now, I know that place.
This is when he said the house being blocked by squatters.
You're breaking up, Bill.
Bill, there is no squatters there.
Yeah.
He reckons his access to
No, that I know that place now. I've been up and down that street so many times. I know the shop. It's called the Baggio shop, which is what you. I think what Tony's talking about. I think Tony's family is talking about. His family's name is Baggio. Am I right, Tony?
I think so. I'm not 100% confident.
No, just ask. Just ask your missus. Your girlfriend would know that shop.
Opie owns a pre-existing house.
I know that friggin' place.
Andy, you're gonna drive me to drinking, man. Do you know that place because it's the wine store close to you?
See, the first picture you're showing, go down that street. Go down that street.
How far?
Keep going.
No, it's about 50. Yeah, right there. And turn right.
No,
Turn right.
no. Keep going down. I think it's on the left a bit further.
No. You got to turn right.
Hang on.
Stop. Stop. Keep going. A little bit more down, Bill. I know where it is. Not you, Andy. You haven't got a clue. Okay, turn. Go down further. Yep. Go down further. A little bit more. That's the highest. That's the solid. Turn left. Turn the camera around on the left. Keep going. Keep going. Turn a bit more. Bit more.
I'll go down now.
A little bit more. Stop. Go past it. Now go up a faction, up a fly sheet faction.
and you've got to turn right.
The house, if the house is on the right there, you just pass that
Yeah,
light.
you've got to turn. You've got to turn
Yes,
right.
sir.
Nice.
We got it. We had it.
No, that ain't it.
You can stop. I know where I am. Exactly. That's the little health centre. There. Bingo. That's the house IP owns right there.
What?
The pink one. The pink walls.
What? There's fuck all there. There's fuck all there. No town.
It's a single story.
That's her house there, mate.
That's Oak Tree. And where?
That's it. That's the house. That's the one.
What,
Yep.
What you mean that one? That's in the distance.
No. So this where
Oh,
Jefferson. He says they were coming. Whatever was here. This is September.
Yeah.
That would have been in we reckon somewhere around here blocking access to the houses. He had the free chat.
Yep.
Yeah.
Gotta say that's pretty good pictures. Mm.
But you'd have thought he would have filmed them removing the people from his land, wouldn't you?
Yeah. I'll show you. This is guys. I'm going to spin the camera around.
Hang on, let me get back up.
I'm going to swing the camera around. Yep. This is the house inside.
Yeah.
Opie's house.
Can I rent?
Mm.
Town. I'm looking for an Airbnb. Can I have that place?
Yeah.
Andy,
Well,
how much you've got you got a mountain cottage.
Yeah. No, I was serious, Town. I mean, I travel between I travel between McTan and Leyte quite often. I would genuinely be interested in renting Airbnb on your gaff. I don't know if you understand my language. Gaff is your place. Bill would understand.
Of course, he'd want a discount on that.
I'm not doing a golf fucking Vincent with you, Vince.
Oh, I would. It's not too bad that he's free.
Who's stirring the red horse out there?
That, and of course.
oh, come
Broke
on.
ass midget.
Hey, broke ass midget. Yeah. Mm.
What time Oh, you're 8 hours in 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Andy, you made me pick up my speed on drinking. I had to go to the easy stuff.
Man, you do realize it's fucking at 10 a.m. in the morning.
The question is, do you realize it's 10 a.m. in the morning?
No, do you realize it's 10 a.m. in the morning?
Well, hell yeah. I started late.
What time we got over there in Boston? Or no, we're over in Sydney, aren't we?
Well, the volcano's trying to erupt. We've been having a few little earthquakes, and it blew some hot smoke the other day.
Tony, it's I think it's 11 a.m. I think it's 11 a.m. over your time.
No.
It might be even 3 p.m. over on Bill's time.
It's 3:35 a.m. here.
Oh, for fuck's sake,
Jesus.
Bill.
Hey, yeah, working overtime, Bill.
I was going to go out and see if I could see the Northern Lights, but...
Oh, well, yeah.
Bill, are you serious?
Yeah.
It's 3 a.m. in the morning?
Yes.
In your time?
Yeah.
Stacy should be able to see the Northern Lights.
Yeah, Stacey will see more of it. Yeah, Stacey will. Yeah.
Oh my goodness, Bill.
Yeah, Bill is a very dedicated man.
Oh my goodness, Bill. That's too much. I'm gonna have to crack it. I'm gonna have to crack another bottle of beer. Or bang. No, bang. Ben, you are serious? Like you're
what?
No, it's fucking 10 a.m. in the morning.
Yeah, I've been up since 4, Andy.
I saw the comment, Kenny. Yeah, OP loves your comment. Yeah, I do paint my fingernails red polish. I love it. Yeah, that's the other side of me you don't know about me, Kenny. That's a bit of a dark secret.
Kenny. We
made a comment.
Oh, we're talking in the comments? Are we?
Yeah, he made a comment. He lost my red nail polish. And I said to Kenny, you don't know me. Don't know me well enough. There's a bit of a dark side about me.
Yeah, I wouldn't worry about that one.
No, we all do, I think. Yeah, look at that's beautiful.
Well, yeah, Kenny West. Yeah. Oh my goodness, what's that? Northern Lights.
Yeah. I wonder how the aircrafts are going, flying in the sky at night like that. Isn't that something to do with the electrics all out of whack and might send out the GPS out of single? One of the aircrafts are being affected or what?
It was, I don't know. But it would have been, we had a couple of, 2 or 3 solar storms or something.
Well, Mother Nature is showing off nice. Or she might be angry.
Bill.
Yes.
Is it you that are you doing the live stream tonight?
Yes.
Tomorrow?
Today, I hope Gary's doing a live stream because there's plenty of on here for him to.
I mean, is it you that is the live stream?
Yes.
Okay. Sorry.
So the trouble, have you guys seen Day of the Triffids?
I'm sorry?
Have any of you guys seen Day of the Triffids? It's a film.
No, I quit doing acid about 4 decades ago.
It's just that people go out and watch this wonderful light show in the sky, but the next day, anybody that went and watched it is blind, so I didn't go and see it.
Bill,
just in
I
case.
want to ask you, are you aware of, do you know the guy called Brendan Kavanagh?
Do I have a...
No, do you know the guy called Brendan Kavanagh? He works out of...
yes, I do, yeah.
I think it's...
He's like an urban pianist.
Yes, my man. Yeah, Kingston. Where's it in downtown?
So a few years ago, a lot of railway stations and airports put a piano in the waiting areas for people to play, and he goes to these and plays them. He's a boogie woogie. He's a boogie woogie pianist, isn't he?
Yeah. That's the fella you're talking. Yeah, that's the fella I know, and I subscribe to it. And I'm very, very interested in what goes on down there in Scotland. But anyway, I don't want to distract from the. I don't want to distract from our international friends.
And I'm looking at my lights, guys. You like my lights?
Everybody's... it's an LED. I've got one bulb. No, I haven't. I have all round. I've meant to be having all like hidden lighting put in sometime this year. I've got a friend who's a LED specialist to come and have a look down and put all nice concealed lighting.
Or you gonna put mirrors on the ceiling in the bedroom also there, Bill?
I've already got those.
Damn, you're ahead of me, son.
And on the floor.
Yeah, I'm just checking the comments.
I haven't really looked at the comments too much.
Yeah. Well, guys, I better get moving. I'm going to take my lovely lady out to Italian restaurant and get a nice feed. I won't be on Gary live stream tonight, unfortunately, but I think it's a special thank you to Wild Bill for facilitating this live stream. I think it's been a good one.
Andy, you'll have to go back and watch from the start. If you haven't seen it, there are some nice revelations about Mr. Mead.
That was my main purpose today, was to clarify and to prove Jeff's misinformation was in fact all falsehood. So I've proven quite a number of things of his misinformation, and given the fact that his track record is quite poor, it's my right of reply.
Yeah.
Now, what he does after this is anyone's guess. But I can promise you that Jeff is not going to dictate to me or Ophi what we can and can't do. That's not happening. So,
Tony,
in friendly here.
Tony, can I say that the Mead saga is over. It was going on for nigh four years. By the way, I stumbled upon this dude about 7 years ago. I became interested when what's his name, Gary Martin took up the handle, and I piggybacked on Gary Martin's show to go against the idiot in the casino, and I came across Wild Bill and a few others. I think the idiot in casino is now finished. He's now gone. He's not material anymore.
Well, okay, let me say this, Andy. He's been battling with Brian, 3 to 4 years now.
Mm.
And what has he achieved? Nothing. You know, he's gone to every possible Philippine government agencies, PNP, all that sort of nonsense. And meanwhile, Brian is roaming around the farm free as a bird. Now, I don't follow Brian. I don't follow his channel, nor am I interested in looking at farming videos. Now, the reason why I stepped in, when you I don't know, sober up and you get a bit of time, go back right at the beginning of the live stream, is that I stepped in because Jeff was usually using family as a vendetta against Brian. And that's where I called him out.
Well, GD did get something out of it. He got him some free boxes of wine and illegal tobacco. At least he didn't have to call Ophi for the pesos to get it.
So now he's got health problems. He's got emphysema from smoking. Now I don't condone anyone from smoking. That's their choice. I'm an ex-smoker myself. And being a heavy smoker, he's now paying the price. Now, I've known blokes like him can go for another 10 years. And I've known the same blokes like that, they drop dead in 6 to 12 months. But what I can say to you, is scared of death. He's shit scared of death. And he wanted to hope it's not going to be a painful death. But if it's a painful death, you know what? He deserves it. What he's done to a lot of people, including myself and Ophelia, to Wild Bill, to Stacey, to Gary, all you guys. Sometimes karma is a bitch. But if Jeff believes and he thinks he's going to railroad me, he's got another thing coming. As I said just towards the end, and I'll make this point very clear, that he's actually involved my mum in this little battle what he also understands that my mum is fairly wealthy. I'm not a mummy's boy either. He made some comments about my late father, about my mum. And to be frank with all of you guys, my mum wants blood. She's happy to spend hundreds of thousands of dollars just to see him and Elaine lose everything. And she would. She would do that. I'll give you some quick examples. Is that my mum couldn't get rid of me quick enough because I'm a loser. My mum's best friend with Aoife because Aoife took me away from mum. And Dad gave me one of his vehicles because I was a loser and it was the first vehicle in my life. That's the sort of the allegation that I've been copying from Jeff. Elaine had stayed at mum's place one night and said it was an immaculate house, and she would have told Jeff all that. The market value of mum's house right now, plus or minus $100,000, is $2.6 million Australian dollars. Plus, she has quite an extensive share portfolio. She's a self-funded retiree. Now, Jeff also said that when my mum dies, I'm going to drop Aoife. I'm going to tell her to fuck off. And I'm going to go and find a young pussy and start a new life with a young pussy, like a young girl, young lady, and I'm going to show her this is what I got.
Tony, my first wife was named Karma.
Yep. So mum's also aware of the corruption allegation that Jeff made about me. It's not going to take much mum to push the trigger, to pull the trigger and say, game on. Not much. I've only been holding mum back. But it's going to come the day she's going to pull the trigger and she'll commence legal proceedings. It will happen eventually. That if Jeff wishes to continue. In fact, I hope he does. I hope Jeff continues with my corruption allegation. Because when I'm given the all clear that I'm not corrupt, it's going to be me, Mum, Aoife versus Jeff and Elaine in court. And Elaine will have to sit in the witness stand and she'll have to be cross-examined just like Jeff. Their life will be miserable. They will be miserable.
Yeah.
You know, it's the whole thing. Jeff has taken it too far. And it's like this whole Brian battle with Jeff. I'm going to say this again, and I've said it in the Gary, and I'll say it here. Jeff went to Aoife and asked her to give him $600. That $600 went straight to Brian. So he had to borrow money from Aoife so he can give it to Brian for the lights or whatever. I won't be drawing that argument, what it was specifically about.
Yeah.
So it took him 6 months to repay Aoife back. But here we are, the same man saying, I got the budget. Really? They went to Aoife and she gave him $600 and that went straight over to Brian.
Yeah.
You know, it's the whole thing is a disgrace. You know, if Jeff didn't have Brian, he'd be trolling some other poor bastard, except Brian's the one is in his eyes. But we all got to sit back and look at it and say, well, the last 4 years, nothing's happened to Brian. Nothing. Not a damn thing. You know, he's not locked up. He's still roaming around the farm, as far as I know, free as a bird.
I know.
And see, Jeff is trying to go to these government agencies because they're free. They're free because he's got no budget. That's what he's doing. So my message is very clear. Jeff, if you want to play, let's play.
Yeah.
I don't mind. I don't mind. I've got nothing to lose. Nothing. Nothing to lose, mate. It's not my reputation on the line. It's yours, Jeff. But you got no reputation at all. Your reputation's long gone.
Yeah.
So, the end of the day, every man and his dog have his day. That's all I got to say, guys.
Yeah.
Okay, so I don't know what more I can say, but I'd like to say thank you for Bill for putting on an awesome live stream. It's very much appreciated, Bill.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, and you know,
and I think I will end it then and for a while.
Yeah, as promised, I will provide, if anything come across my table, any updates, you guys will be advised and keep you posted. You know, it's, I probably should have put my foot down earlier. I did take a break from YouTube for a while. I'm just back on the scene. And, yeah, that's about all I've got to say. I want to thanks to the followers and the people who made the comments here. Much appreciated. It's, I'm sure now Gary got something to talk about tonight. and last, thanks everyone for the listening, but also very clearly, anyone can copy this live stream, snippets or whatever. You have my full authorization, I'm sure, by Bill as well. You certainly won't be done for copyright strike or anything like that at all. So you got that. Okay.
I think I don't know how they do it. I'll try to put it in chapters if I can.
Yep.
So people find some, you know, rather than say some bit where we're rattling on, but some receipts that Tony's shown, but I'll try that later when I've had a couple of hours of kit.
Yep. Okay. Thanks, guys. Have a good one. Cheerio. Bye. Bye.
It's coming out there, hopefully we'll chat later.
Thanks, Bill.